It's time for Yankton Bucks football on Classic Hits 106.3 and Yankton streaming on YouTube. Brought to you by our corporate sponsor, First Dakota National Bank of Yankton, and the following Sportscaster Club members: Midwest Insurance Agency, Murph's Appliance, Yankton Thrive, Stockman's Motorsports, Les Schwab Tires, MT and RC Smith Insurance Agency, Linda's Angel Crossing, Hy-Vee, Boss's Pizza and Chicken, Vichy, Elwood Dental, Raven Books, Floortech Cleaning and Restoration, Angela's Mexican Store, Yankton Rexall, KFC Taco Bell, SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab, Dragonfly, Slumberland, Larry's Heating and Cooling, America's Best Realty, Larson Carpet, Elkhorn Valley Bank and Trust, King Buffet and Mongolian Grill, Kaiser Heating and Cooling, Yankton Medical Clinic, All Seasons Power Sports, Wentz and Ray Funeral Home and Cremation Service, JR's Oasis, Intech Cleaning and Restoration, The Bone Setter, Kalen's Indoor Comfort, Triple Time Rudy's, Farmers Union Insurance, Meridian Photo, Ram Tire, Pied Piper Flowers and Gifts Yankton, and H&H Roofing. Now to the field with the voice of Bucks football, Zach Spear.
Hello and welcome to Sturgis, South Dakota. The Yankton Bucks have made the long trip across the state, and we are in for another great night of football. All Yankton athletics on Classic Hits 106.3 and Yankton streaming on YouTube are brought to you by First Dakota National Bank of Yankton. First Dakota has proudly supported the dreams and banking needs of their customers for over 150 years. They offer personal, business, and ag banking solutions for every stage of your journey with 2 locations, downtown and North Broadway, Yankton. Again, the Bucks have had to make the trip across the state. We're officially over halfway through the regular season in South Dakota high school football. The Bucks have traveled and they're going to take on the Scoopers in Sturgis. Coming into this game, Yankton holding a 4-1 record, while Sturgis with a 3-2 record. This has Yankton as the number 2 seed in AA and Sturgis at number 6. Two teams, both are going to be looking to reach the playoffs and possibly host playoff games. This should be a very good one. Yankton looks to keep momentum after a last-second win over Pierre last week, and Sturgis looks to bounce back after back-to-back losses against Aberdeen Central and Huron. We're here at Sturgis Woodall Field, in which it's Military Appreciation Night for Sturgis, and on the field right now, Sturgis in some very sharp camouflage jerseys in honor of that. A look inside this year's numbers, Yankton scoring 38.8 points per game, just shy of 39 points per game. Sturgis, though, scoring a lot of points as well, 26.2 points per game. On the flip side, Yankton is allowing 26.5 points per game, and Sturgis only allowing 17. Now for Yankton, their average difference of game favors them by 12.25 points. That's the best in AA. For Sturgis, it's just over 9 points per game in their favor, the 4th best in AA. Both teams are near the top of AA in point differential on the season. Yankton averaging nearly 40 points per game. Sturgis averaging nearly 30. Yankton also does give up a lot more points, but again, that number includes that Harrisburg game in which the Tigers put up 49 on Yankton. Yankton will need to come out of the gates with energy. After a 5.5-hour drive, though, that can be tricky. For Sturgis, don't be surprised if they come out with a very aggressive play style to try and put Yankton on their heels. These teams have combined for a record of 7-3 this year, so it should be a great game. It's time for last week's highlights, which are brought to you by Larson Carpet, the best flooring for your space, lifestyle, and budget. Again, it was a last-second victory for Yankton over the Pierre TF Riggs Governors. They got a touchdown with 6 seconds left to seal the deal, so great highlights, and what a fun game it was. Again, these highlights brought to you by Larson Carpet. Back, has some time, launches it into the hands of Cale Hazelhorst up to the 40-yard line. Out of the shotgun, takes the snap, again up the middle, Carson Krall jukes the first defender, touchdown Yankton! Play takes the snap, some miscommunication, Merrill gets it, Edley Amaro pulls him in for a loss of yards. Brown shuffle it out the other way, in the middle of the pocket, he stands into the hands of Cale Hazelhorst, intercepted! A flag flies, but Yankton the interception. Offense, they've moved the ball well. Moving on the near side, Tate Bestie with lots of room to run. Gets a key block from Owen Eisness. First down, Yankton. Right, O'Brien and Hazelhorst to the left. Sidlacek gets it, tries to bring it outside, puts a shoulder down into the end zone. Touchdown, Jay Sidlacek. Looking to throw it here is Bestie. In the middle, finds Hazelhorst again. first down, Yankton, and some extra at the 50-yard line. He's got it. He'll work from the shotgun as well. He looks to throw it right away. Steps up, avoids the pressure before he's brought down with a sack. Defense and special team points included as Bestie all day a hard throw. Owen eyes this at the 30, pulls it in up to the 22-yard line. First down, Bucks. Tate Bestie drops back to fire it. Has a man open. That one caught. Owen eyes this. Touchdown, Yankton. Pick up on first down, and Yankton looks to keep pushing the ball. Downfield throws. Bestie, that one caught. Abe O'Brien at the 30, slips the first defender out at the 20. The end zone. Bestie takes the snap, drops back to pass, has some time, stays in the pocket. Now he's going to roll out, uses his legs into the middle. Touchdown, Tate Bestie! Takes the snap, and again, Sedlacek gets it. Plenty of room to run. A first down. He's got extra across midfield. He'll be brought down at the Pier 41-yard line. Fires it. Caught. 35. Owen Eisness gets around the first defender. Runs out of bounds at about the 26-yard line. Jay Sedlacek in the backfield alongside Tate Bestie, who drops back, fires across the middle. Wide open. Owen Eisness catches it. That's going to be ball game. Again, those were last week's highlights and Yankton's huge victory over Pier TF Riggs, brought to you by Larson Carpet. Again, on Classic Hits 106.3 and Yankton streaming on YouTube. This is Yankton Bucks football presented by First Dakota National Bank of Yankton. As always, was able to get a hold of both head coaches ahead of this matchup. For the Sturgis Brown Scoopers, that would be Chris Koletsky and, as always, Coach Brady Muth for the Bucks. In just a moment, we'll return and we'll start with our chat with head coach Chris Koletsky of the Scoopers.
Hi, I'm Franny Kiefer with the Yankton School District Alumni Association. We strive to create a community of alumni and friends who support extracurricular and educational opportunities in the Yankton School District through scholarships, grants, innovative education opportunities, and staff appreciation. With us, you will keep connected to a community of Yankton School District alumni and friends all over. You can help continue to pay it forward and help future graduates. Register today at the Yankton School District Alumni Association website.
Your local KFC Taco Bell at 2504 Fox Run Parkway in Yankton offers two menus combined into one. Something for everyone at KFC Taco Bell. When your family's hungry and can't decide between crispy chicken and mashed potatoes or tacos, burritos, and protein bowls, well, you don't have to choose. Get the best of both worlds in one stop. Cool down with the legendary Baja Blast Freeze or heat things up with a variety of hot sauces. KFC Taco Bell Yankton. Why pick one when you can have both?
Kaiser Heating and Cooling is your hometown team specializing in all things heating and cooling, as well as heat and glow gas, wood, and electric fireplaces, humidifiers and dehumidifiers, and all styles of ductless mini-split systems. Whether you are building or remodeling, our team of innovative experts will get you the correct equipment and indoor air quality accessories you need for your home or business. Remember, Kaiser Heating and Cooling is your hometown team for all things heating and cooling for the past 77 years. Go Bucks and Gazelles.
Looking for a photo that actually looks like you, but better? At Meridian Photo, we specialize in capturing personality, not just poses. Whether it's headshots, high school seniors, family sessions, or team and individual sports photos, we'll make you look like a legend. We've just landed in the Meridian District of Yankton. Book your session today at meridian-photo.com or give us a call at 605-655-4598. Meridian Photo. Be you. You deserve it.
Looking to buy a home or maybe sell? Trust the name that puts you first. America's Best Realty. From your first showing to the final signature, their expert agents guide you every step of the way. Fast closings, top market value, and real service you can count on. Your dream home, they will find it. Selling fast, they will make it happen. Call America's Best Realty at 605-260-1600. America's Best Realty, because you deserve the best.
Larson Carpet has all your flooring needs. Step into their showroom to see a wide selection of all types of flooring. They have soft and luxurious carpet that's sure to bring comfort to your home. Stylized tile to make any room pop. Different color options of hardwood to make matching easy. And convenient vinyl plank for when spills happen. Of course, with the best customer service in the area. Their knowledgeable staff will make sure to answer any questions you might have. Larson Carpet, 212 Walnut. Hello and welcome to our Coaches Conversations. Now joining on the line is head coach Chris Koletsky of the Sturgis Scoopers. Coach, how are you doing today?
Doing great.
Great to hear. And could you tell me about your season so far?
Well, we had a good start to our season, beating Brookings when they came down here in a pretty close game there, and had a not so great game against Douglas, but it was a win. Then we went up and played Stevens, which is kind of becoming our rival right down the interstate here, and our kids really played well. And then we faced a tough Huron team where things didn't go our way, and then we played an Aberdeen team last weekend where we had our opportunities but didn't play good enough to win the game.
And so when your team is playing well, what is it that they do well?
Well, just, gaining confidence. Those are the times as a coach, though, the whole time you're looking at it and you're like, hey, guys, we got to fix this, we got to fix this, we got to fix this, because it's going to come back to haunt us against better teams. And I think that's kind of where maybe we didn't fix some things, and guess what? They came back and haunted us. So I think the players now get it because we're seeing it in practice film a little bit more where they are addressing some of those issues that we told them that we needed to fix, and now kind of the urgency sets in because we see our schedule in front of us, and we're going to have to get a couple of victories down the road against teams that are tough that we're going to have to figure out a way to get better as a team.
And you talk about some of those improvements. If you could see just one area improved, what would that be?
It really, what it comes down to is, our run game defense being stout up there and being able to spill the football on the edges and just being a little bit better with our defensive ends. Kind of is what it comes down to defensively. Offensively, it's being able to pass the football. We got some decent-sized athletes, probably a little bit more athleticism on the outside with receivers than we have in the past. We've just struggled to find an answer to be able to get them the football.
And coming up, you take on the Yankton Bucks. What are your thoughts on this matchup?
Yankton's the real deal, for sure. They give defenses fits. With their subbing and their packages, it makes it really difficult in high school football when you can't sub on defense as well. It just really puts a big strain on you, especially when you're facing a program that has the numbers that Yankton has. And so that's the biggest thing that gives us difficulties is their ability to sub players in and out that quickly and almost makes it impossible for a defense to try to match those substitution packages and those personnel packages that they have. So that's the biggest thing is their tempo. And they know that. They got great athletes out there. They got speed, athleticism all over the field. And that's always what's posed a problem with us is just our depth and just trying to match them athletically.
And so what are you looking to see from your team in this game?
I think when you come into a game like this with a caliber team like Yankton, the biggest thing is make them earn it really early on and just try to be in the ball game. We have to sustain some drives on offense to keep our defense off the field. And so that's been a big point of emphasis as well. But just making them earn it, because I think when you have those expectations when you're a team that's favored to win, like Yankton is, trying to keep it close and possibly getting them in a situation when they start pressing a little bit. That's what you're hoping for as an underdog there. We're looking for effort and attitude, as always, from our players. Those are controllables, but also trying to sustain drives on offense, keep our defense off the field.
And who are a few players on your team that we should expect to make an impact in this one?
Defensively, Zoe Arians, one of our linebackers, he's a very talented wrestler and football player. He definitely controls things in the middle there. Our quarterback, Jackson Kano, is really a threat to run. He has been all year. We're just trying to figure out some of the pass game stuff. So obviously he's going to have his hands on the ball a lot. We're mixing up. We lost our tailback, Sully Jost, who's got off to a great start to the season. So we're trying to mix in some different guys there at tailback, Peter Pye and Zoe Arian on offense as well. So those are really the guys you're going to see carrying the ball. And hopefully we can spread out the ball to our receivers on offense, Cole Litzen and Seth Burton and Brody Royer, Ethan Graff, those guys that are out there. And I'm curious to see our defensive back, can they hold up against Yankton? We know Yankton's going to make plays, and everybody that coaches defensive backs, you got to have a next play mentality. There's going to be some balls out there. Can we make a play on?
Well, Coach, thank you so much for the time. I really do appreciate it.
You bet. Thank you.
Again, that was head coach Chris Koletsky of the Sturgis Brown Scoopers on our Coaches Conversations. When we return, our chat with Bucks head coach Brady Muth. It's all on Classic Hits 106.3 in Yankton, streaming on YouTube.
Do you realize what your Yankton Hy-Vee has to offer? Aisles online, delivery, catering, fresh floral and bakery departments, pharmacy with drive-up, and online prescription refills, Hy-Vee Health Market, dietitian service, fresh seafood department, U.S. Postal Substation, take and bake for breakfast, and family meal deals. Yes, all that and more is at your Yankton Hy-Vee, located on the corner of 21st Street and Broadway Avenue in Yankton. Yankton Rexall in the Meridian District, Yankton, for all your gifts and decor needs. It's the only place in town to find both Hallmark ornaments and cards for any occasion. They also have Willow Tree and Precious Moments collectibles, the perfect anniversary and wedding gifts, nativity scenes, Watkins products, and single $1 chocolates. The Yankton Rexall Pharmacy for all your prescription needs. Yankton Rexall at the corner of 3rd and Douglas, downtown Yankton.
Dive into the delicious all-you-can-eat Asian buffet, featuring mouth-watering Asian cuisine like broccoli beef, General Chicken, sesame chicken, so much more. Or choose from a fresh selection of meats, noodles, rice, vegetables, Asian-inspired sauces, and watch them sizzle on the Mongolian grill. Plus tantalizing desserts, including ice cream. Get your fill at King Buffet and Mongolian Grill, North Broadway, Yankton.
Back on our coaches' conversations, chatting with Brady Muth, head coach of the Yankton Bucks. Coach, a big-time win over Pierre during homecoming. Tell me about it.
It was a fun game. I mean, looking back on it, you don't get a chance really to appreciate those kind of things when you're in the week or in the game. And so, I mean, looking back on it, you got a chance to reflect. I think it's something that our guys will remember for the rest of their lives. It was, it was a big game against a quality opponent and an interesting game, to say the least, and then to win it in the fashion we did. Great for making memories, and I'm happy that our guys are going to be able to have that, as they proceed in life, just something to kind of enjoy. But that being said, it's back to work. It's, we told them the time to enjoy this is years down the road. We got a job to do here.
And that first half, it seemed everything was going perfectly, but the second half, Pierre closed that gap slowly. What's it say about your guys that they were able to stick to their game and come up with a huge game-winning drive? Yeah, I mean, adjustments are going to be made at halftime, and Coach Steele and his staff are great at making adjustments and how they, find ways to attack what you're leaving open and all of those things. And so I think that speaks one thing to the opponent you're playing and how well they do with making adjustments. But on the other end of that, our kids didn't panic at all. I mean, it was a football game. We preached to them. We've been preaching to them one play at a time, and everybody says that and everybody knows that. But to actually exhibit it and do it is a completely different thing, and that's where the game was won. I mean, nobody really got too uptight about anything. We just found a way to win the game. And one thing you mentioned was the halftime adjustments. One of the main differences I saw between the first half and the second half was the play of the lines. They say the games are won in the trenches. What did you see from both your offensive and defensive lines? I mean, they held up. That was the big thing. I mean, we were effective running the football, and with us, I mean, when we talk about balance in our offense, it's not 50-50 run pass. It's making sure we're getting touches to all of our playmakers. And Jason, the first half, I think had 15 touches, which is a lot for him at this point in the season. I mean, that's getting up to where he's in uncharted waters, and that's good. I mean, it's good for Jace, but it also is one of those things where maybe we needed to spread the ball around a little bit more. We were just being really effective running the football. In the second half, I thought offensively, our offensive line controlled the line of scrimmage for the most part of the game, and when we got into pass situations, we passed because we wanted to pass. And I thought the play of our defensive line was really, really good all game long, whether it was pressure or just gap control. Defensively, maybe a little bit better play out of our linebackers, but they've worked really hard on it this week, and so going up against Sturgis, we're going to pull a lot of guards. We got to have really good linebacker play. And speaking of Sturgis, they've started out 3-2 on the season. What are your thoughts on this matchup?
It's a typical Sturgis team. They're going to be tough. They're going to be fast and rowdy, and they run the football well, and they play really tough defense. It's going to be a physical game because that's the type of football they play out there. And we've got a road trip that we've got to get off the bus and get stretched out and be ready to play. We haven't been on the road, like this for a while, and so there are challenges there that we've got to figure out how to overcome so that we can compete.
As always, what improvements would you like to see from last week to this week?
Our linebacker play was one that got addressed. We have to have better play out of that spot. And our guys, to their credit, and Coach Olson has done a really good job with those guys this week, kind of making sure we're implementing it and refocusing on the things that we need to do to make us better at that spot. But, just staying focused and understanding that it's one play at a time, and if it's going to be one play at a time, it's got to be one game at a time. And everybody's really excited about beating Pierre for homecoming, and it is great. But we've got a tough opponent in front of us, and we're going to have tough opponents from here on out. Everybody's going to give us their best shot, and so we've got to make sure that we're ready to go and paying attention to our fundamentals and understanding the game plan so that we can have a shot on Friday.
And with Sturgis, is there any one player or specific play design that you're looking out for?
Yeah, their running back, number 22, Sullivan Jost, is maybe one of the better ones in AA football, and I mean he's makes a lot of things happen for him. He's got speed, he's got size, he's got strength, he's got great balance, and he's just a tough kid. And so, trying to control him and corral him on offense, and then making sure on defense he's kind of all over the place defensively, getting our hands on him and keeping him away from the football is going to be key for us on both sides of the ball.
Coach, as always, thanks for the time, and go Bucks.
You bet. Thanks.
Again, that was head coach Brady Muth of the Yankton Bucks on our Coaches Conversations. On the way, the Bucks have traveled to Sturgis to take on the Scoopers on Classic Hits 106.3 and Yankton streaming on YouTube.
Weather around here gets pretty crazy. Are you sure the weather hasn't caused damage to your roof? Let Justice at H&H Roofing in Yankton take any roof damage worries away. He'll come and inspect your roof. Even if you've had an inspection, get a second opinion or re-inspection for your peace of mind. H&H Roofing has built their reputation on working to satisfy homeowners for years. Family owned and operated. H&H Roofing is bonded and insured. Contact Justice today.
Do you like to read? I love to read. So does Rabin Books, your unique bookstore in Yankton, where you'll find thousands of books from brand new to gently used oldies but goodies, all at unbeatable prices. Trade in your old favorites for credit and be able to explore something new. Whether you're a casual reader or a bookworm, Rabin Books is your next chapter, located at 804 Bill Baggs Road. Rabin Books, where every book finds a home.
If you're into hunting, fishing, towing, or just want to blaze the trail, All Seasons has ATVs, UTVs, dirt bikes, and scooters from quality brands like Honda, Yamaha, and CF Moto. Needing watercraft? All Seasons has a large selection of quality boats and wave runners, and we take pride in service after the sale. We have friendly certified technicians that will winterize, summarize, diagnose, and repair your power sports equipment. In business for over 20 years for good reasons. We're All Seasons, Power Sports and Marine in Yankton.
From simple sniffles to complex health conditions, the primary care providers at Yankton Medical Clinic will not only see you for your annual visits, screenings, and preventative care, but also provides care for the entire family, from pediatrics to adults. With 4 clinic locations and 15 outreach locations throughout South Dakota and Nebraska, compassionate, quality medical care is closer than you think. For more information on providers, services, and locations, visit our website, yanktonmedicalclinic.com.
As we continually strive to improve the quality of service we provide the Yankton community, the Garden of Memories Cemetery and Winston Ray Funeral Home are pleased to announce the completion of a brand new columbarium. This columbarium is constructed of granite, designed to withstand the test of time. It is for those families choosing cremation and features above-ground outdoor niches, which includes a bronze plaque to memorialize your loved one, as well as indoor glass front niches where families can create a unique memorial with pictures or other family heirlooms. For more information, please give us a call at the Winston Ray Funeral Home in Yankton.
And back to the field here where we are moments away from kickoff. 6:53 Central Time, 5:53 Mountain Time. It is Military Appreciation Night. And they will be, I believe, showing the colors here for Sturgis. Of course, we love keeping it here for both that and the national anthem to honor the military. As again, Sturgis wearing camouflage jerseys. The Bucks in their road white jerseys, trimmed out in red. Again, just don't want to get too caught up in anything right now, should we get into the national anthem. And on the field now, we do have some military showing the colors. for the Bucks, coming off a big win against Pure TF Riggs last week. Stats from last week. Jason Lochick, 22 carries, 105 yards, and a touchdown. Tate Bestie, 9 carries, 41 yards. He had a touchdown and a fumble lost. Carter Boomsma, 1 rushing attempt, 4 yards. Carson Kroll, 2 carries, 5 yards, and got a touchdown. Throwing the football, Tate Bestie, 24 of 33, 271 yards, 2 touchdowns, and we will resume with that, with the national anthem and the showing of the colors. So on Classic Hits 106.3, it'll be quiet for a little bit as they bring the colors onto the field.
Sturgis Brown High School graduate, private first class, Manny Aramillo. Sturgis Brown High School graduate, private first class, Bo Peters. And Sturgis Brown High School graduate, private Drake Sundstrom. Please remain standing until the colors have been retired. We remind all in attendance that proper respect is to remove your hat. Stand at attention and face the flag with your right hand over your heart. To perform the national anthem tonight is the Sturgis High School Pep Band under the direction of Mrs. Emily Young. Veterans and active duty military not in uniform may also salute the flag. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
And the colors have just been retired again on Classic Hits 106.3. You heard just a moment of silence as the colors were being marched onto the field and then marched off. As always, national anthem performed here on the field by the Sturgis High School Pep Band. As we wrap up our last week's stats. Receiving the football, Abe O'Brien, 4 catches, had 51 yards. Owen Eidson, a huge game, 10 receptions, 123 yards, 2 touchdowns, including the game winner, a perfect throw from Tate Bestie. Cale Hazelhorst with 4 catches for a total of 69 yards. Jason Lochick had 1 catch, 6 yards. Carter Boomsma, 3 receptions for 14 yards. And Talon Kenny got his first reception of the year for 8 yards. And then with an interception, Cale Hazelhorst, who else? He has been a ball hawk all season. 15 penalties that game for a total of 110 yards there for the Bucks. And Coach Muth has talked about it before, got to clean things up. But either way, they've been winning football games, so it's really kind of hard to argue that. It's time for your starting lineups, brought to you by Larry's Heating and Cooling of Yankton and Vermilion. For all your heating and cooling needs, it's Larry's Heating and Cooling. Anytime, any day. As they always do on the field, the home team with their defense announced, and for the away team, the offense. We'll start with the Sturgis Brown starting defense. The safety duo made up of number 23, Brody Royer, and number 12, Peter Pye. The free safety for the Scoopers defense, number 3, Jackson Kano. 2 cornerbacks, number 1, Trace Prescott, and number 7, Seth Burton. 2 linebackers on the outside, number 14, Gage West, and number 44, Zol Irian. The inside linebacker for the Scoopers is number 9, Brody Bullitt. The defensive end, number 66, Dion Ecoffey. The edge rusher, number 10, Robert Sperling. And the nose tackle for the Scoopers, number 77, it's Jeremy Johnson Landell. Now the starting offense for your Yankton Bucks. We start with the big guys up front. In the middle of it all, the center, number 65, it's Ben Bowman. To the left side, at tackle number 66, Austin Conway. At guard on the left side, number 56, Riley Mortensen. Over to the right side of the line, the guard, number 77, Peyton Eustace. And around off the offensive line for the Bucks at right tackle, number 64, is Drace Gaskins. The H-back for the Bucks starting offense, number 11, Edley Amaro Jr. Running the football as the running back, number 24, Jace Sidlacek. The receivers, number 17, Abe O'Brien, and number 14, Cale Hazelhorst, with your slot receiver, number 0, Owen Eidsness. And as always, he's been the starting quarterback all season long, and that is not going to change here. Number 10, it's Tate Bestie. And I tell you what, Tate Bestie has had an impressive start to his season, leading this Bucks team to a 4-1 start. He has had plenty to do with it. And of course, last week, orchestrated a beautiful drive for the Bucks to get the victory over Pierre T.F. Riggs. A look now at some of the other games going on in AA that could shake up the standings. Right now in a great game at the start of the fourth quarter, Pierre T.F. Riggs taking on AAA O'Gorman. The score 23-20, favoring Pierre. T-Area currently on top big time of Brookings with under a minute left in the second quarter, 20-0. In a game that just started, Spearfish taking on Watertown. Spearfish receiving votes. Douglas and Huron set to start at the same time as this matchup. As Huron, the number 2 seed, Douglas looking for that first win. Also supposed to take time around when this game starts, Aberdeen Central taking on Mitchell. And of course, Sturgis, Brown, and Yankton, the number 1 and number 5 teams in the South Dakota Media Prep Poll as we do look at the polls. In the South Dakota Media Prep Poll for 11AA, Yankton at the 1 spot, Huron 2nd, Pierre at the 3 spot, T-Area at 4, and Sturgis at 5. Last week, Sturgis was at 4. They've been bumped down 1, and Yankton remains at number 1. In the South Dakota Power 5 poll, Yankton also at number 1 with Huron at number 2, Pierre T.F. Riggs at 3, T-Area in the 4 spot, and then Spearfish at the 5 spot, and then Sturgis, Brown, and Brookings receiving votes in the South Dakota Power 5 poll. So Yankton on top of both polls. Sturgis is number 5 and what would be number 6 on the South Dakota Power 5 poll. Receiving votes in the Media Prep poll, Spearfish and Brookings. Right now, the captains are set to meet up here at midfield. We'll have our coin toss and who's going to be on the field first here tonight. Again, all Yankton Athletics presented by First Dakota National Bank of Yankton. We should be in for a great game as 3-2 is the Sturgis Brown Scoopers record. Yankton comes in with a 4-1 record, about a 5.5-hour drive to get here. The Bucks are going to need to come out fresh at Sturgis Woodall Field. Right now, at center field, again, it's the captains with Sturgis in their military jerseys. It's camo trimmed out in white with black pants. And for the Bucks, all white jersey and pants trimmed out in red. Bucks will get the call here. And the Bucks, they call heads. It is tails. So Sturgis wins the toss. Nope, he was just showing them. Sounded like he said it was tails. So Yankton actually does win the toss. And right now, the captains looking at each other. Didn't know if they wanted to receive or to kick off. So, didn't get to hear much on who's. We didn't see any hand signs or. Yankton has deferred, so their defense will be on the field first. Sturgis Brown gets the first opportunity to score here. On Yankton streaming on YouTube, we'll load up our Fox Stop of Yankton scoreboard. It's time to play some football here in Sturgis, South Dakota. The Bucks, quite the trek they've had to make, and again, they're going to have those legs ready. Coach Muth talked about it, mentioning how they'll have to get their legs stretched out and everything. One major difference, though, is Sullivan Jost of Sturgis will not be in this game. He is out for today, and that is a player that Coach Muth, he even mentioned in the interview, that is the main player he was going to prep for. Just a very good running back. Unfortunately for Sturgis, won't be in the game here tonight, but that is the sport of football. Sometimes you've just got to do with what you've got. So the Bucks to kick things off here first. Their defense will take to the field, and Sturgis Brown with the first opportunity to score as both teams have taken to the field. The return men for Sturgis are number 23, Brody Royer, and number 7, Seth Burton. Burton on the far side, Royer on the near side. Liam Villanueva and the Bucks ready to kick things away as they break huddle and line up here. It's 6:05 Mountain Time, 7:05 Central Time. 5 minutes after original start time, we are ready to roll here in Sturgis on Military Appreciation Night. Liam Villanueva has walked back to the 31-yard line. Ball at the 40 as he marches up and boots this one. Game time officially underway. This one caught by Brody Royer as Royer picks it up at his own 5. He'll get it up to the 25 and he'll be dragged down at the 26. So at the 26 is where Sturgis' offense will take over for the first time of the night. The Bucks defense out there already. They are a team that doesn't wait for the whistle to blow. They just like being out there right away and ready for action. As they were out there, as soon as kickoff was done, the Bucks defense was out there. Sturgis offense now looking into the sunshine as quarterback Jackson Kano will empty backfield, puts a man into motion, and he'll get the first carry. Ball's on the ground. Kano just has to fall on it. He's down, brought down for a loss of 3 yards, 2nd and 13. That one will go against Jackson Kano, but it was Zol Irian who had the initial handoff, just dropped it, put it on the ground, and a nice job by Jackson Kano to just fall on it and prevent what would have been disaster for Sturgis right out of the gates. 2nd and 13, half a minute into this one. The Bucks on defense looking for a stop. Sturgis looking for that first score. Again, they are looking into the sunshine as a handoff faked up the middle. The pass goes. That one just straight up dropped by Gage West. West had the first down and a few extra yards, but instead 3rd and 14, back-to-back plays for Sturgis. Looks like they've got some jitters on the field. A fumbled handoff, and now a dropped pass. Again, that one was put right into the chest of Gage West. And if you're Jackson Kano, you're thinking we've got to get something rolling. They did mark it as a loss of 4, so 3rd and 14 on the way. Clock has stopped here. Out of the shotgun works Kano. He'll drop back to pass it. Fires on the near side. It's too high, falls incomplete. 4th down, the Bucks defense gets a stop right away. Fourth and 14 here for Sturgis, an obvious punt situation as Owen Eidsness at his own 45 to return it. Punting will be Brody Royer of Sturgis. Bucks defense a big stop, and now nearly blocking the punt as it's a short one. That one will drop around the Sturgis 45, takes a friendly bounce for the Scoopers and into Bucks territory, but only up to the 48-yard line is where the Bucks will start with their first possession on offense. This Bucks offense does not need much help scoring the ball. We just mentioned in our pregame they score nearly 40 points per game. You're going to give them a 52-yard field, and odds are they're scoring it. So Tate Bestie and his offense on the field for the first time here. This Scoopers defense has some work to do if they want to stop Yankton's offense. Jason Lachek in the backfield alongside Tate Bestie. The H-back is Edley Amaro. Jason Lachek gets it right away. Plows through into the middle. A tough 2 pickup, 2nd and 8. And what we saw last week for Yankton, the offensive and defensive line really controlled the game in the first half. But in the second half, Pierre was able to figure them out, so we'll see how that comes into play here in Sturgis. 2nd and 8, a fake handoff. Tate Bestie loads it up into the hands of Owen Eidsness, caught to the 31-yard line. Owen Eidsness with a great catch and a huge pickup for a first down. A 19-yard completion from Tate Bestie to his man, Owen Eidsness. As we watch that replay, it's brought to you by Yankton Winnelson, second-generation family-owned and supporting the local community, including Yankton Athletics. Since 1981, a pass attempt here from Bestie falls incomplete. It was short. 2nd and 10. Second and 10 from the Sturgis 31. Yankton marching the football after a huge pickup. We've seen 1 rushing attempt, 2 pass attempts here, only 3 plays for this offense. It's went 21 yards. Amaro shifts from the left to the right side of the line, and an option here as Bestie's going to keep it up the middle himself. He'll pick up a couple. 3rd and long on the way. They'll need about 8 for the first down. Tate Bestie and Sedlacek each with 1 carry for 2 yards. Right now, it looks like Sturgis, their run defense, that is what Coach Koletsky said they sometimes struggle with, and you can tell they've been working on it. 3rd and 8 here from the 29-yard line of Sturgis. Tate Bestie takes a snap, drops back to pass it, has some time, finds Jay Sedlacek, 1 man to get around as he falls out of bounds right near the first down line. We'll see if they give him enough for it. Looks like they might mark him about a half yard short. It was a completed pass to Jay Sedlacek, and it will be a pickup of 7. They needed 8, so 4th and 1 on the way. And, of course, a Muth-led offense is almost always going to go for it on 4th and 1. On Sturgis' 24, that would be a 40-plus yard field goal attempt. Instead, the Bucks want to go for it here. 4th and 1, a late sub as Talon Kenny comes in for Hazelhorst, and if that tells you anything, they want to run this football. Now, Edley Amaro's running off to the sideline. He'll have to be called back. Some confusion here as the ball actually got moved back to a 4th and 3. And now a timeout going to have to be called by the Bucks due to confusion. It's a Lindsay Echo Water Systems of Yankton timeout. Lindsay Echo Water Systems of Yankton, locally owned for 4 generations. Call them for water softening and purification. Salt, reverse osmosis needs in bottled water. That's Lindsay Echo Water Systems of Yankton. Again, just some miscommunication and didn't know what was going on really for the Bucks offense. We'll take a break. We'll be back in 30 seconds with 4th and 3 on Classic Hits 106.3 in Yankton, streaming on YouTube.
If you want somebody to come into your home and fix everything right the first time, look professional, act professional, treat you with respect, you got to call Kaylin's. When they come in, I feel that they want to be there. I feel that they want to help me.
You know, they put on the little booties over their shoes. They had canvas from the garage door all the way down to walk on. They left the furnace room in the basement probably cleaner than it was when they came in.
They just do customer service very well. I would recommend Kaylin's to anyone.
As we return just in time, 4th and 3, Bucks didn't need the full timeout. Dropping back, firing it, Tate Bestie, first down, Bucks. Owen Eidsness just falls to the ground at the 17-yard line, a 7-yard pickup, and 1st and 10 for Yankton. Owen Eidsness, his second catch now up to 26 yards. That one was as clear as day for Yankton as the clock continues to tick. 9:40 to play in the first quarter. No score, but the Bucks offense is moving the ball well. Edley Amaro, the H, back again. We've only seen 1 rushing attempt to Sedlacek. This will be number 2. He swarmed in the backfield trying to fight for yards, but he's going to lose 2. 2nd and 12. Nothing Sedlacek could do there as he was hit by about 4 defenders in the backfield. Second, and they bumped him all the way back to a 13. It's a long 12, short 13. Carter Boomsma will shift from one side to the next. Tate Bestie's going to roll to that side with Boomsma, has all day, fires it deep over the head of Owen Eidsness, falls incomplete. 3rd down on the way. Sturgis looking for a big stop here on defense. They're going to need it after Yankton's defense forced a 3-and-out for Sturgis. 3rd and 13. If you're Yankton, you're feeling like you've got to get some yards. You are at the Sturgis 20-yard line. Just try and maybe even get a more manageable field goal. Bestie looks to throw it. Owen Eidsness hesitated. He's got him beat. Touchdown, Yankton. Owen Eidsness pulls it in. A 20-yard dart from Tate Bestie into the hands of Owen Eidsness, who's already got 46 yards and a touchdown off of 3 catches. What a start to this game for Owen Eidsness. Again, that replay brought to you by Yankton with Nelson as the Bucks up 6-0 to start this with 8:48 to play here in the first quarter. Kevin Ortiz on for the extra point to make things 7-0. Hold is good, kick is good, and we are at 7-0 here for Yankton, who leads the way early in this one. The Sturgis Brown Scoopers on offense when we return. It's 7-0. Bucks on top on our Fox Top of Yankton scoreboard. You're tuned in on Classic Hits 106.3 in Yankton, streaming on YouTube.
Welcome to JR's Oasis, your one-stop food and gas shop. Proud to serve Phillips 66 regular, premium, and diesel fuel. After fueling, go inside for slushies and shakes, ice cream cones, and now offering a full line of healthy, chilled items and snacks. JR's hot menu is great for breakfast, lunch, and supper, featuring the famous Hammer Breakfast Sandwich and fresh hand patty burgers. Try the new Cafe Tango frozen coffees for that extra boost of deliciousness. JR's Oasis, East Highway 50, Yankton.
7-0 the Bucks lead here. 8:48 to play in the first quarter over the Sturgis Brown Scoopers. And really, the Scoopers defense, they held up just enough to force uncomfortable situations for Yankton's offense, but the Bucks answered every single time. That was a 20-yard touchdown throw from Bestie to Owen Eidsness. Eidsness hesitated, got the cornerback to stop his feet for just a moment, then took off and simply outran him. A nice toss there from Tate Bestie, and your Bucks on top early in this one in Sturgis, South Dakota. We'll see what Sturgis' offense has in store here for their second drive. 3 and out they went last time. Liam Villanueva here again to kick things away for Yankton as this one put into the air. Catching it deep is Royer at his own end zone. Up to the 10-yard line, he moves on the near side. He's thrown out of bounds at the 15-yard line. A great stop by the Yankton Bucks special teams. And you got to give a shout-out there to Kylan O'Connor. Kylan O'Connor just might be the best special teams player on this Bucks team. He is involved in so many plays and makes it happen. This time he pins Sturgis deep in their own territory on their own 15-yard line. Now they've bumped him up to the 20. To be honest, I'm not sure where he got up to the 20. Looked like he was thrown out at the 15, but they've got him all the way up to the 21. Jackson Kano works from the shotgun. Yankton's defensive front looking aggressive, and Sturgis looking to their sideline for the play call. Kano has Peter Pye next to him as the running back. Again from the shotgun, he'll take the snap and hand it off. Pye, a patient runner up the middle. Ball on the ground, but scooped up by Sturgis Brown. They're going to rule him down. The fumble won't matter, but a nice pickup for Peter Pye on first down, 2nd and 4 after a pickup of 6, his first carry of the night. That was the largest play of the night for this Sturgis offense. Again, that was only the 4th play, though, from this side of the football. On their own 27-yard line, they move it. 2nd and 3, a quick pass. This one caught up to the 30 and to the 31. A first down here for Sturgis. Catch made there by Ethan Graff. They'll say half a yard short. No, now they're going to move the chains. It's a little all over the place to start it. We'll get things figured out here. A 5-yard pickup from Jackson Kano into the hands of Ethan Graff, and they will move the chains late here. 7:46 to play in the first quarter. 7-0 the Bucks lead, but the Scoopers with their first down of the night on their own 31-yard line. 10 yards to go again. Peter Pye right back up the middle. This time the Bucks defense is not letting him go anywhere. A pickup of 1. Peter Pye, 2 carries for 7 yards now. It'll force a 2nd and long situation here for the Scoopers offense. Sturgis with a win would equal Yankton in the win column. A loss would have them at 500. Of course, Yankton's going to be fighting for a top 2 seed in AA, as that could give you playoffs until the Dakota Dome. 2nd and long here. They'll take the snap, fake the handoff, throw win into the dirt. It's on the ground. Who's got it? Looks like Yankton has it. And they're going to say, I believe, an incomplete pass. We'll take a watch on our replay. And they will call it an incomplete pass. Otherwise, it would have been a turnover for the Yankton defense. So it is now 3rd and 8 here on the field. 6:51 to play in the first. Scoopers with the football on their own 33-yard line. Yankton's defense playing all up front. They'll now back up after the snap. Pressure here for Kano. Gets out of it. Uses his legs. Gets near the first down line, but brought well short. Up to the 38-yard line he moves. A 5-yard pickup and 4th down yet again here for the Sturgis offense. They neared midfield, but still are going to send the punt team out as Owen Eidsness set to return this again for the Bucks. Didn't get an opportunity on the last punt. A shifty return man. He's already got 3 catches, 46 yards, and a touchdown. Talk about a start as we're about halfway through the first quarter. Bucks lead it 7-0. Snap is a little high, but fielded well. The punt, a low one that's going to drop at the Yankton 37-yard line. Bounces out of bounds, and that is right where the Bucks offense will take over yet again. They scored a touchdown on their lone drive of the game. They'll look to do so again here tonight. 1st and 10 for Yankton. Tate Bestie to start this game. 4 for 6. 51 yards and a touchdown. 1 rushing attempt for 2 yards. Great stats from the senior quarterback who has played well all season long. Ball has been spotted here for the Bucks. And Bestie will work out of the shotgun here on 1st down. Sedlacek to his left, a pair of receivers on each side, but Owen Eidsness will now head over to the far side of the field. Bestie puts some air on it, up, and incomplete as Abe O'Brien unable to pull it in, but we do have a flag on the play. And the official is looking right at the play. You've got to imagine this is pass interference. The officials are discussing. We'll see if that is the correct call. And it will be holding rather than pass interference, but it'll be a 10-yard penalty, our first of the night, and it will be an automatic 1st down here for Yankton. 1st and 10 now at their own 48-yard line. So the difference between a hold and a pass interference there is the defender grabbed Abe O'Brien before the ball was in the air. Had the ball been in the air, it would have been a 15-yard penalty and would have had Yankton into the Sturgis side of the field. 5:59 to play in the first. 7-0 on the Fox Stop of Yankton scoreboard. The Fox Stop at the corner of West City Limits Road and 30th Street, Yankton. A full-service convenience store with hot food, Godfather's Pizza, personal pizzas, sandwiches, munchies, and beverages. Pay at the pump, gas and diesel fuel, firewood, and propane exchange. Bucks look to add to that total as this drive has gone 10 yards all off of that lone penalty. Again from the shotgun, Bestie, a quick pass on the far side. Boomsma has it, using his legs, unable to get away from the pressure, but still picks up 7 yards. Carter Boomsma, his first reception of the night. He'll move into the 46-yard line of Sturgis. They'll credit him with 6 yards, 2nd and 4. Carter Boomsma can make a difference in the game. He doesn't always have the flashiest of numbers, but I tell you, he is a valued member of this offense and really helps them move the football. A fake handoff to Sedlacek as Bestie up the middle fires it. No one in the vicinity. Falls incomplete, 3rd down. And you got to wonder what the miscommunication was, because not a single Bucks receiver was anywhere near that. 3rd and short here coming up for Yankton. They're working on the 46-yard line of Sturgis. They need to get to about the 42.5-yard line. A long 3, short 4. Sedlacek in the backfield with Bestie. Bestie will roll out on the near side, across his body, throws it, it's short, incomplete. The intended receiver, Cale Hazelhorst. An uncommon misfire there out of Tate Bestie, and the Bucs offense looks to be done on this drive as it's 4th down. And here to boot things away, Liam Villanueva for the Bucs. 5:11 to play in the first. It's been a somewhat slow-moving first quarter here, but we did get started about 5 minutes after our initial kickoff time. Liam Villanueva deep back as the punter here for Yankton. Set to return it for the Scoopers, Brody Royer. You'll hear his name a lot. Villanueva, not a good punt there. Couldn't get much under that one. Traveled maybe 20 yards as Sturgis is going to have great starting field position on their third offensive set of the night. The ball is spotted around the 38-yard line for Sturgis. 1st and 10. That's an unusual punt right there from Liam Villanueva. Normally very reliable. This time just didn't get a very good leg on it. The 37, well, on the scoreboard they show 37. Certainly looks like it's on the 38-yard line here. Scoopers offense back out there with Peter Pye and Jackson Kano, the two members in the backfield. One receiver on the far side, two on the near side for Kano. Kano with 2 rushing attempts, 3 passing attempts. This time he'll just hand it off. Peter Pye shakes Pye, the first defender, picks up a reasonable 4 on 1st down. Peter Pye with his 3rd rushing attempt of the night. 2nd down coming up for the Scoopers. And right now, if I'm Sturgis, I'm thinking Peter Pye's been running the ball. He's only got 3 attempts, but he's picked up 11 yards, just shy of 4 yards per carry. Right now, your quarterback 1 for 3 for 5 yards. Running the football has been efficient for the Scoopers so far, with Kano also adding in a 5-yard run of his own. Under 4.5 to play in the first as Kano looks to throw it. This time puts it just beyond the outreached hands of Gage West. Incomplete, 3rd down. That one a misfire from Jackson Kano. As in close contention with the play, Tegan LaCroix. Gage West has a couple of targets in this game for the Scoopers. No receptions. That lone reception belongs to Ethan Graff. Scoopers are going to need something here. It's 3rd and 6 on their own 42-yard line as they look to get right back into this game with a score of their own. It's an offense that scores 26 points per game as Kano drops back, lofts this one high up into the air, and it falls incomplete. Ethan Graff, the intended receiver, and Graff maybe had a step on LaCroix, but LaCroix certainly well in that play yet again, and another great effort by this Bucs defense to force another punt for Sturgis. $7-0, the Bucs are on top with a chance to add on to that here after this punt. Their offense, 1 punt, 1 touchdown. High snap yet again, and a better punt this time as Eidsness calls for a fair catch. Off his fingertips it goes, picks it up at the 19-yard line. He's just swarmed. The Bucs with a long field to go here. 81 yards they'll need to reach the promised land. 1st and 10 here for the Bucs. They lead at 7-0. Feels like what would be a good opportunity for Yankton here. Out of the shotgun works Bestie. Fakes the handoff, keeps himself on the option. Nowhere going there as he's brought down at the original line of scrimmage. No gain on that play. 2nd and 10. Zoll Irian makes the tackle, and Yankton with a 2nd and long situation. Sedlacek next to Bestie in the backfield. Owen Eidsness put into motion. They'll fake the jet sweep and instead go up the middle. Jay Sedlacek, a nice pickup. Falls just shy, it looks like, of the 1st down. We'll see if they gave him enough or not. They needed 8. We'll see if they give him, he either got 8 or he got 7.5. They will credit him with the 8, and Sedlacek, a nice run up the middle, keeps the chains moving for this offense. 1st and 10 now from the 28 here for the Bucks. Two receivers on each side of the line, an empty backfield here for Tate Bestie. Now Sedlacek crosses the field. Bestie looks to his lone receiver on the right. Abe O'Brien had a step on his defender. That one fell well short, incomplete. It is 2nd and 10. Not sure if Tate Bestie thought he was running a different route. Abe O'Brien was just a go route. Had a step on his defender, and Bestie's throw just well behind. I think he thought a curl was coming from Abe O'Brien. Abe O'Brien and Owen Eidsness on the right side of the line here. Sedlacek next to Tate Bestie. Whistles will blow. And a timeout called by Sturgis. Another Lindsay Echo Water Systems of Yankton water break. We'll take that break and be back in just a moment when we return. 2nd and 10 for the Bucks offense.
Midwest Insurance Agency values family. Our agency has been family-run for over 60 years. We pride ourselves on excellent, knowledgeable customer service. This day and age, everyone is so eager to have an immediate response with a quote. But at Midwest Insurance, we take our time and evaluate your assets and make sure you are properly insured. We take those what-ifs very seriously. As we continue on our family business with hopes of our children, Brooke or Jet, taking over in the future, we will continue to be there for you always. Come be a part of our family. Midwest Insurance Agency, 3016 Piper Street, Yankton.
Back on the field, the Bucks offense working 2nd and 10 on their own 28-yard line. Was an incomplete pass from Tate Bestie. Now the two receivers on the near side. Tate Bestie, as usual, working from the shotgun. Has all day to throw it into the middle. Owen Eidsness catches it. Tries to get around the first defender. Is tackled at the 44-yard line of Sturgis. A huge pickup for the Bucks offense. A 28-yard pickup from Tate Bestie to Owen Eidsness. Owen Eidsness already nearing the 100-yard mark with a touchdown. 1st and 10 for the Bucks, 2.5 to play. Jason Sedlacek gets it up the middle, breaks the first tackle, gets up to about the 40, 41-yard line and picks up a few. 2nd and medium on the way. They'll credit him with about 4 yards here, 2nd and 6. Again, not having the turf, instead having the actual grass and the painted lines. Not quite as easy to see those yard markers as Crane Youngworth. 2 minutes to play here, 2nd and 6 for the Bucks who are marching the football. A deep pass attempt here. Abe O'Brien tries to go up. Lots of contact, but no flag will fly. And it'll just remain an incomplete pass here. So right now, Tate Bestie with 6 completed passes. 4 have gone to Owen Eidsness. 74 yards and a touchdown for Owen. Jason Sedlacek 1 catch for 5 yards. And Carter Boomsma 1 reception that went for 6 yards. Tate Bestie getting near 100 yards in the first quarter here. 3rd and 6. Sturgis looking for another big stop on defense. Loads up. Tate Bestie hits Owen Eidsness in stride. Fumbles the football out of the end zone. Does he pick it up in time? They're going to say it was out. That means a touchback and not a Yankton touchdown. What would have been a 40-yard touchdown for the Bucks turns into a touchback, and Sturgis lucks out a little bit as Owen Eidsness fumbled it. Uncharacteristic out of Eidsness. This one will be debated by the officials. And they will say a fumble lost by the Bucks. That will still be 40 yards passing for Bestie and 40 yards receiving for Eidsness, but now he'll be credited with a fumble lost. Sturgis all of a sudden on offense on their own 20-yard line. First and 10 here as the Scoopers get a break, and it might be just what they need. 1:44 to play in the first quarter. In the backfield, Kano hands it off. Peter Pye. Peter Pye tries to get it outside the numbers, picks up a few before Yankton's defense is all over that play. They'll give him 4 on that carry. Second and 6 with just over a minute to play in the first. And again for Yankton, that one just felt like a gut punch as Owen Eidsness would have brought it into the end zone. Instead, the ball was punched out. Credit to that Sturgis defense. A man put into motion here. It's Ethan Graff, and again up the middle. Sturgis tries it. Peter Pye going nowhere. Peter Pye is going to lose a yard, make it third and just a little bit longer. They'll credit him with a 2-yard loss, and a great play there by Yankton's defense to force a 3rd and long situation for the Sturgis offense, who had some momentum after that fumble. An empty backfield here for Jackson Kano. He's 1 for 5 for 5 yards in the game. Does have a dropped pass by his team. Has immediate pressure. This one falls incomplete. Carter Boomsma, the defender. Flags will fly. And I think this one is going against Yankton. And possibly Carter Boomsma, as the pink flags are on the field. Don't usually see pink, but they certainly stick out here. And it will be pass interference against Carter Boomsma and the Bucks. That will move the chains for 1st and 10 for the Scoopers. That's only the first penalty now on Yankton all game. Coming off a game with over 125 penalty yards. Only one so far with 23 seconds to play in the first quarter. Doesn't feel so bad. And they just announced on the loudspeaker, O'Gorman able to defeat Pierre 27-23 as another flag will fly before they even line up. We'll wait for the call here. It'll be an encroachment on Edley Amaro, and back-to-back penalties on the Bucks defense makes this a 1st and 5 situation for Sturgis. So 2 penalties, 20 yards total. Deep into the first quarter we go. A handoff here, a fake handoff as Kano keeps it himself. Well into Bucks territory, breaks loose across the 20 to the 10. Kano brings this into the end zone. A 57-yard touchdown run by Jackson Kano of the Scoopers. And he's got his team right back into this one. 7-6. An extra point ties this ball game up. Right now, that pass interference on 3rd down hurts the Bucks, as instead of 4th down and a punt, a 57-yard touchdown run from Jackson Kano, the quarterback of Sturgis. On for the extra point here. Listed in the starting lineup says Isaac Smith. It is, as he must have had a number change here. He'll be number 4. Penalty flag will fly again. And judging by the Sturgis crowd reaction, it's on Yankton. And again, an encroachment penalty on the Bucks defense. That'll move the ball half the distance to the goal. They'll still be on for the extra point. So if you're Yankton, you really aren't too worried about that penalty. 1 yard is the difference there, as Scoopers, you thought maybe might go for the 2 after the penalty. Instead, they're going to try to tie things up here with just under 6 seconds to play in the first quarter. Hold and snap is good, but a flag flies yet again. Kick was no good, but with the flag on the field, that could be huge. So Yankton had no penalties with 30 seconds to play. This might be the 4th in a row on them before this quarter wraps up. It does seem like it's against the Bucks. That'll move the ball up to about the half-yard line, so Sturgis is going to go for it. They'll call a personal foul on Yankton. And if you're going to have a personal foul, might as well make it a 1 yard or a half-yard personal foul. That ball's at about the half-yard line here. Sturgis is going to go for 2. They just need half a yard. Directly under center here is Jack Jolly instead of Kano. Direct snap back, and he got it. In for the 2-point conversion is Zol Irian, as it's 8-7, Scoopers lead. Zol Irian, a 2-point run-in. And the Bucks a little shocked after a fumble out of the end zone. And then a drive from the Scoopers. 8-7 when we return. Sturgis leads this one, but Yankton on offense in a moment on Classic Hits 106.3 and Yankton streaming on YouTube.
I knew I should have had those brakes checked at Graham Tire. It's all about safety. Tire mounting, balancing, wheel alignment, and shocks and struts and batteries, oil changes, and lube service. Graham Tire does these every day. And there's over an acre of tires. Graham Tire has them all, big and small. Tires for cars, trucks, campers, trailers, big rigs, and tracks. Honesty and integrity is a matter of pride since 1951. Graham Tire, Yankton.
8-7 on your Fox Stop of Yankton scoreboard. The Scoopers currently lead the Yankton Bucks here early in the game with 5.7 seconds to play in the first quarter. We might have time. We'll see if we get just the kickoff or the kickoff and a play. But the Scoopers with some energy on the field here. What was a swing of 15 points, it would have been a touchdown for Yankton. Instead ends up a touchdown and 2-point conversion for the Scoopers. 4 straight penalties on that Bucks defense that helped lead to the 57-yard run. A short kick, this one is just going to go out of bounds. Flag will fly yet again, as that will be 15 yards on the Scoopers. Bucks with good starting field position after the kick sails out of bounds. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bucks offense. They'll work from their own 35-yard line. They trail for the first time of the night, looking to get back into this one. Last week was such a thrilling game. Right now we've got a great game on our hands. The Bucks with maybe time for a single play here. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Bestie wants to go deep. Abel Bryan off his fingertips. It falls incomplete. 2nd and 10, as that will wrap up the first quarter of play. After 12 minutes, Sturgis leads it 8-7. The Bucks on offense when we return, and 2nd and 10. That's Bucks football on Classic Hits 106.3 and Yankton streaming on YouTube.
This is your invitation to thrive in Yankton, South Dakota. Nestled on the bluffs of the Missouri River, plenty of outdoor adventures are waiting. Whether you work remote or in a traditional office, we have a spot for you. Quality health care, diverse manufacturing, progressive school system, Mount Marty University, and so much more. Explore with family and friends. Let's thrive together.
2nd and 10 for the Bucks offense. 8-7, Sturgis leads the Bucks here at Woodle Field in Sturgis. It was a deep shot from Tate Bestie, wanted to hit Abel Bryan. Looked like it maybe hit the hands of O'Brien, but great coverage by the secondary of Sturgis. 2nd and 10 here, 12 minutes back on the clock. 2nd and 10 for the Bucks. Tate Bestie works from the shotgun. He'll hand it off to Sedlacek. Sedlacek up to the 36-yard line. He'll fall forward, but only pick up a couple. 3rd and long coming up for Yankton. And now the Scoopers crowd going to get a little loud. 3rd and 8 on the way. Sedlacek a pickup of 2 up the middle. Empty backfield with Tate Bestie, and now whistles will blow. Another timeout called by Coach Koletsky and the Sturgis Brown Scoopers. It's a Lindsay Echo Water Systems of Yankton water break. We'll take a quick 30-second break. When we return, a big third down here for the Yankton offense.
When you need top-notch appliances that last, trust the experts at Murph's Appliance. From washers and dryers to refrigerators, they have all the trusted brands to keep your home running smoothly. At Murph's, you'll find Maytag appliances built for durability and service you can count on. Whether it's a new oven or a repair, they're there for you every step of the way. Stop on down to Murph's Appliance, your local Maytag dealer in Vermilion. Maytag and Murph's, reliable just like you.
Back to the field here right in time for third down for this Bucks offense. As of right now, Abe O'Brien in the backfield with Tate Bestie, but now he'll trot out beyond Owen Eidsness on that side. 2 receivers on each side. Sedlacek in the backfield. Now Carter Boomsma will wrap around Cale Hazelhorst. Dropping back here, Bestie wants the first down and more. Instead, it's picked off. Sturgis the interception into the hands of Jackson Kano, the quarterback of the Scoopers. And a misfire from Tate Bestie has the Scoopers a chance to send out their offense and extend their lead. That one would have been a first down had it been caught by the Bucks. Instead, this one turned over. Tate Bestie just put too much on it, and Kano comes in as the safety. Grabs the interception, and Sturgis with good starting field position on offense here. They'll be at their own 46-yard line, just over half the field to go should they score this one as well. 1st and 10, Yankton needing some kind of stop. Kano in the shotgun, takes the snap, a designated quarterback run, brought down at the line of scrimmage. What a play there. Drace Gaskins all over that play. Kano picks up 1 yard on that carry, 2nd and 9, but Gaskins really only got one arm on Kano, was able to wrestle him down. An impressive player there in the senior in Gaskins. 2nd and 9 here again out of the shotgun is Jackson Kano. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. In the backfield alongside him, Peter Pye, who runs it up the middle, falls forward to the Sturgis 49-yard line. He'll pick up a couple. 3rd and long coming up here as Peter Pye gets 2. It's 3rd and 7. Bucks defense feeling like they've got a great opportunity here. For Yankton on defense, they've given up 1 touchdown, and that was that 57-yard touchdown run from Jackson Kano. Sturgis leads it 8-7, just over 10 minutes to play in the first half of action. Out of the shotgun, Kano fires it to the far side. This play blown up by Carter Boomsma. 4th down on the way. But there is a flag in the backfield. It might be a roughing the passer. As of right now, it'll be 4th and 8. And it is a personal foul on the Bucks, 15 yards, and a 1st and 10 setup for Sturgis. Edley Amaro, the personal foul, got to the quarterback just a little bit late, it looked like. So Sturgis, another 1st down and into the Yankton Bucks territory. Ball is being moved up to the 37 of Yankton. And a score update, T-Area defeating Brookings currently 20-0 in their game. Under 10 minutes to play here. Kano with all day to throw in the pocket. Now he'll step it out, fires it across his body, caught by Cole Litzen. Cole Litzen dives across to the 25-yard line. A nice pickup and a 1st down yet again for the Scoopers. A pickup of 12 from Jackson Kano to Cole Litzen. That is only Kano's second completion, but he and his team with the lead and driving the football to the Bucks 25. 8-7 your score, Sturgis on top. 9:38 to play in the first half. First and 10 from the 25-yard line. 3 receivers set to the right, 1 to the left here. Sturgis with it. Kano fakes the handoff, wants to take it himself, brings it back in the middle, thrown down at the 21-yard line, a pickup of about 4. Second and medium is Austin Conway on the tackle there for the Bucks. They'll give him the full 5. 2nd and 5. Kano has ran the ball well. 64 yards off of 5 attempts, 1 touchdown. His team is moving the football. 2nd and 5 from the Bucks 20 now. 1 timeout remains for the Scoopers, 2 for the Bucks. And Sturgis is going to be happy to use a lot of the play clock here. Handoff here. No, Kano again keeps it himself up the middle. Up to about the 17-yard line. He'll pick up a few to make it 3rd and short. It was Zol Irian who he faked the handoff to, who's been used as a fullback and an H-back mostly in this game for Sturgis Brown. 3rd down and 2 needed. Kano getting all 8 on this set of downs. 2 rushing attempts for 8 yards for him in the last 2 plays of the game. Again, the Scoopers using a lot of the clock, and it's giving their defense plenty of time to rest. They'll take the snap. Kano wants to run it himself, but the option is Zol Irian. Play is blown up by Brennan Gilmore. Brennan Gilmore made that happen as he'll force a 4th and 2. No pickup on the carry for Irian. Brennan Gilmore, a fantastic job to stay in front and make the tackle, is now a kick attempt. Sturgis wants the field goal to try and extend their lead. It'll be about a 35-yard attempt. Out on the field is number 4, Isaac Smith, for the attempt. Should he make it, we'll have a score of 11-7, an odd score in football. As that kick is going to be well short. It'll drop before it gets to the post, and our score stays the same, 8-7, and Yankton feels like they got away with 1 as their offense will take over from their own 18-yard line after the missed field goal attempt from Isaac Smith. 7:06 to play here in the first half. Bucks trail 8-7 in what's been a tight game so far. If you're tuned in on Classic Hits 106.3 and you'd like to watch this game live, you can always head to Yankton Streaming on YouTube. All Yankton Bucks football there all season long. After that, we'll have Bucks and Gazelles basketball. Be happy to bring that to you. Sedlacek gets his name called. Right up the middle he goes. Charges forward. He'll pick up a good amount on first down. Brought down around the 26-yard line. And that'll make it 2nd and 4. Sedlacek, with a few yards after contact on that carry, makes a 2nd and manageable for this Bucks offense. A hot night here in Sturgis, about 90 degrees in October out west, as Sedlacek again driving forward, put his shoulder down, got near the first down line. He'll be about a yard short, 3 yards on the gain. 3rd and 1 coming up. This has been all Jay Sedlacek on the last 2 carries. He's faced contact right away, but just charging forward as it's now 3rd and 1 on the Bucks' own 29-yard line. Again, they go up the middle. Sedlacek, he just needs 1. He's got it. Yankton gets a first down off of some smash mouth football. 3 runs, and they'll pick up 12 total yards, as that was a pickup of 3 for Sedlacek, who gets his 8th carry of the night here in the first half. Halfway through the second quarter, 8-7, Sturgis leads Yankton. Tate Bestie from the shotgun. Once again, they'll go up the middle. Sedlacek nowhere to go this time. He'll get maybe a yard, 2nd and long on the way. That just might be the first time all season we have seen 4 straight rushing attempts from this Bucs offense, all with the same player. They'll give him 1 yard, 2nd and 9 on the way. 5.5 to play as this has been a lengthier drive for this Bucs offense. They've picked up 13 total yards. Bestie drops back to pass it across the middle. Hits Hazelhorst in stride. First down, Yankton, up to the 46-yard line. A 13-yard strike from Tate Bestie to Cale Hazelhorst. 1st and 10 for the Bucs, who are moving the ball. Back-to-back first downs. Edley Amaro, the H-back. 2 receivers on the far side. Sedlacek gets it up the middle. He's met with contact, immediately brought down at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. Again, this Sturgis defense, you've got to give credit to the run stopping. It's something Coach Koletsky said that he'd really like to see improved. And I'm sure if you asked him at the half here, he'd be thrilled with what he's seen. Jay Sedlacek being hit in the backfield constantly. The option, Bestie's going to keep it. Flips it back to Sedlacek. Last second, a nice pickup of 6 yards, 3rd and 4. Now, Bestie, I do believe, threw the ball backwards after he was across the line of scrimmage, but it doesn't matter as it was a lateral into the hands of Sedlacek. 3rd and 5 here. Bestie's going to roll to the near side, looking to throw, faces some pressure, just throws it up. Eidsness catches it, but out of bounds it goes. 4th down for Yankton. An incomplete pass, and Sturgis gets a stop on defense. Fourth down here, and the Bucs will be forced to punt it. On 4th and 5, Liam Villanueva on the field to boot it away. It's Brody Royer to return it for the Scoopers. Brody Royer pretty much plays every position. Kick, return, punt, return, receiver. You'll sometimes see him in the backfield as Villanueva boots it. It bounces, takes a friendly bounce for Yankton all the way across inside the Sturgis 10-yard line. It bounced at the 25, ended up around the 7-yard line, and a big punt there went just over 40 yards for the Bucs, and it'll pin the Scoopers offense back deep in their own territory. They lead it 8-7 with 4 minutes to play in the half. What a great game it's been so far tonight. Low scoring. The thing is, these teams average about 65 points scored per game between the two of them. Right now, we've got 15 with 4 minutes to play in the first half. Kano working from the shotgun. 3 receivers, far out right, 1 to the left. Takes the snap, immediately fires far side, making the catch. Brought down immediately, though, was Ethan Graff. Graff is going to lose a couple yards. Carter Boomsma, fantastic defensive effort. A loss of 2 on the play, 2nd and 12. Ethan Graff, 2 catches for a total of 3 yards. 3:40 to play here in the first half of action. 2nd and 12 after Carter Boomsma was not fooled on that last play. The Sturgis crowd, plenty active. We do have some here for Yankton who have made the journey. A handoff up the middle, Erie, and he'll maybe pick up a yard. 3rd and long coming up. They'll give him the full 2, 3rd and 10. Zol Irian, his 2nd rushing attempt. He also had the 2-point conversion. Gets 2 yards on this one. It's 3rd and 10. Yankton's defense, a great opportunity here to try and get a stop and give their offense a chance to take the lead heading into the half. That would definitely be a momentum swing here for Yankton if they're able to come up with that. Sturgis, again, not moving very fast on the offensive side. Kano from the shotgun, drops back, passes on the near side, hits Graff in stride. Graff going to be short of the first down line. 4th down for Sturgis. They'll pick up 7 yards on the play. 4th and short. It'll be awfully risky here, though, to try and go for it. As Graff, his 3rd reception now, 11 yards, 4th and 2. And it will be a punt situation for the Scoopers. The Bucks offense, 2 minutes and 2 timeouts. They'll have good starting field position as the punt in the air. Owen Eidsness tracking it. It bounces at the 49 of Sturgis and then back into Bucks territory. Owen Eidsness brings it up to about the 48 here of Sturgis. 1:56 to play in the second quarter. And Yankton's offense a chance to take the lead before we hit our half. I do want to mention at halftime, we've got our highlighted player of the week, our halftime beyond the game. You're going to want to keep it tuned for the Vishay Yankton halftime show coming up in just a moment. This week's highlighted player is Ben Bullman, the center for the Bucks. And it was a pretty good interview, a great chat with a great young man as Bullman, a junior but a starter on this Bucks squad. 1st and 10 for the Yankton offense. They've got about half the distance of the whole field to go. 8-7 they trail. Any score here gives them the lead. As a little communication error here on what's going on. They've got the ball lined up correctly. They've got the chains out right. Not sure what's going on here. As both teams have been lined up for the last minute ready to roll. 1st and 10 here from the 49. Bucks look to score it into the half. And still the officials not letting them play. I'm not sure what the confusion here is. Wonder if the umpire was just either catching his breath or late on the field. Not sure what was going on. Play now back in action. 1st and 10 here. The snap, handoff. Sedlacek has it. Follows his blocking up the middle. Falls forward to about the 46-yard line. A pickup of 3.5 for Sedlacek. 2nd and medium on the way as the clock will start ticking. They'll give him 4, 2nd and 6. Yankton's offense, as always, moving quickly. Bestie moves Boomsma. Now he'll look that direction, goes to the other side. Abe O'Brien wide open, makes the catch, jumps forward, picks up a first down up to the 36-yard line, a pickup of 9. Abe O'Brien with 9 yards and another first down for Yankton, who's moving the football. Clock is stopped right now. I didn't see a timeout called. Now they will continue 1st and 10 here for this Bucks offense. Bestie wants it all. Goes deep to Owen Eidsness. Somehow pulls it in. Touchdown, Yankton! A 37-yard strike. Tate Bestie to his man, Owen Eidsness. Yankton back in the lead, 13-8. And the Bucks are going to go for 2 here. I mean, you might as well try to go up 7 here, as Sturgis got their 2-point conversion earlier. Tate Bestie along with Jay Sedlacek in the backfield. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. A quick pass out to Abe O'Brien. He's got it for the 2-point conversion. Abe O'Brien gets a 9-yard pickup for a first down and then the 2 points. 15-8 your score. Yankton leads this one. 1 minute and 8 seconds to play in the first half of action. And now, well, officials on the field again. We'll see what the call is here. Thought we had a pretty clear cut. And, well, it'll be an illegal shift. And they'll move the ball back 5 yards, take those 2 points off as it's back to 13-8. A 5-yard penalty on Yankton. And you got to wonder, do you go for it now still? Or do you try for the extra point? And it looks like Yankton's got the offense out there. They still want the 2. They now need 7 yards to get in. Tegan LaCroix is in with Tate Bestie. Now he'll move far out as a receiver. We haven't seen a whole lot of Tegan LaCroix as a wide receiver. We'll see him now. The ball has been moved back here. Yankton still electing to go for two. It'll be a little more difficult this time. Tate Bestie out of the shotgun. Sedlacek is in the backfield. Expect him to either be a flare out or a blocker here in this play. Bestie making sure he's in sync with his receivers. A slight shift as he drops back. He wants it again. This time fumbles it. And this one going nowhere. Tate Bestie immediately sacked. And our score remains 13-8, 68 seconds to play. But the Bucks back on top here on Classic Hits 106.3 and Yankton streaming on YouTube. We'll be back here in just a moment.
Imagine working for a successful global business with customers in 140 countries. That's Vishay Intertechnology, a Fortune 1000 maker of electronic componentry. Now imagine a company of that size with that kind of stability and a caring family-like environment. Learn more about what you can do at Vishay by visiting VishayCareers.com. Vishay is an equal opportunity employer. Vishay, the DNA of tech.
13-8 on your Fox Stop of Yankton's scoreboard. Bucks lead at 13-8 after the Scoopers led 8-7. They led for a little bit there, but the Bucks offense able to get back in sync. They failed the two-point conversion, but a 37-yard touchdown pass from Tate Bestie to Owen Eidsness puts them back on top. Owen Eidsness well over 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. He does have that fumble loss, which would have been a third touchdown for the Bucks. But of course, it's the next play mentality, and Eidsness is so good. Well, one bad play all season is easily outweighed by the many terrific plays he's made all year. Liam Villanueva to kick things away for the third time of the night for the Bucks. Receiving it is Royer. He'll pick it up around the 8-yard line, up to the 20, following his blocks now past the 30 before he's brought down at about the 28-yard line. So just over a minute here for the Scoopers offense. They've got 1 minute. And now's the question of how do we play this? Do we try to run the clock in case we don't get a first down? We don't want the Bucks with the ball again. Yankton's got 2 timeouts. Sturgis only with 1. Or do you play aggressive and try to take that lead right back heading into the half? We'll find out how the Scoopers play this one here. 63 seconds to play. I think you got to try and get something going here. One receiver on each side. And a running back that stands behind Kano. Kano will hand it off Irian. Irian up the middle he goes. Charges forward. He'll get about 3 yards. Second and long on the way as the clock is ticking, and it looks like that's probably what Sturgis is going to let it go to the half and not give Yankton's offense another opportunity. The Bucks will receive the second half kickoff here. That is important as the Bucks just taking the lead. You've got that momentum. You get the ball right back. I mean, just really great if you're a Buck. 3 yards on the pickup for Zolirian. 30 seconds to play here in the first half. And for the Scoopers, imagine they'll just run it twice again. A little trickery here yet again. Up the middle they go. Diving forward, falling near the first down line are the Scoopers. And Gage West on the carry, the first we've heard him all night, as he'll pick up 5 yards on the carry. And that'll make it third and short. 3 seconds to play as that's just going to bring us into our half with your final score. Well, not final, of course. Your score going into the half, 13-8. The Bucks lead it after the Scoopers took the lead for a moment. But the Bucks offense got the job done, scored the touchdown, failed the 2-point conversion, which would have made it a 7-point game. But for now, it's 13-8. We enter our Vishay Yankton halftime show. And for Yankton, they will receive the second half kickoff. Here at Woodlefield in Sturgis, it is Military Appreciation Night. We'll have a slightly extended halftime show. In that halftime of ours brought to you by Vishay. But you'll want to keep it tuned here. We've got an interview with Ben Bullman, halftime stats, game trends, the adjustments we think that will be made here heading into the second half. It's all coming up on Classic Hits 106.3 and Yankton, streaming on YouTube.
There's a whole new world out there. It's called the off-road, and it's waiting to be explored in a Polaris. So gear up to make every moment count with the Polaris off-road vehicle. The new Polaris models are now available at Stockman's Motorsports in Yankton. No matter the weather, get ready to tackle all the trails. With machines like these, your world just gets bigger. Stop in at Stockman's Motorsports today to learn more about the epic new Polaris off-road lineup.
My name is Len Peterson, and at Elkhorn Valley Bank and Trust, there really is a difference. I think a big difference that Elkhorn Valley Bank offers customers is a quick turnaround in loan decision. We try to make a quick and accurate decision for our customers so they can get quick answers and run their businesses as smoothly as they can. A community banker builds a relationship, plain and simple. Elkhorn Valley Bank, great for you, great for your community.
At Elwood Family Dental Care, we treat our patients like family. We have an experienced and caring dental team. We take the time to make sure you understand your oral health and answer any questions you have about your dental treatments. We take pride in educating our patients. Whether you need fillings, crowns or bridges, dental implants, just a teeth cleaning, or even Botox, come visit us at 1818 Broadway Avenue. And remember, we take care of the entire family.
Doctors Lane, Reed, and Cole Swatsky make up the SWAT Chiropractic team. Check out their new location at 2000 Summit Street, Yankton, South Dakota. At SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab, they'll treat your neck and back pain, headaches and migraines, plantar fasciitis, sciatica, sports injuries, elbow, knee, rotator cuff, nerve injuries, and more. SWAT Chiropractic, specialized wellness and therapy. Let them get you ready for wherever life leads you.
Slumberland Furniture at 2401 Broadway in Yankton, home of Kirkland Furniture Group's, bedroom groups by Laguna, and dining sets by Tower and Catadel. They're also the only place to offer furniture by Flex Steel and the biggest selection of Lazy Boy in the area. The Mattress Gallery is full of the best brand name mattresses in the business, including the all-new Tempur-Pedic Active Breeze personalized climate-controlled mattress. Slumberland Furniture, dining, bedroom sets, and mattresses in Yankton.
Warmer days are coming, and sooner or later your air conditioning will need to kick in as well. But what if it doesn't? Well, don't wait. Call Larry's Heating and Cooling. With 43 years in the business, we're very knowledgeable on what we do and how we serve our customers. You can rest assured that when you call day or night, someone will always pick up the call. Join our elite club today and become a priority member. Skip the line, get discounts on services, and have no overtime fees. Call Larry's Heating and Cooling for expert service from factory-trained technicians.
Craving something boss level delicious? Come out to Boss Pizza and Chicken, where flavor meets delicious and delicious meets drooling. Your taste buds won't be the same when you taste the bold flavors of Boss Pizza and Chicken. From crispy chicken to juicy burgers to handcrafted specialty pizzas, Boss has it all. Serving lunch and dinner Monday through Sunday starting at 11 o'clock. That's why they're the boss. Boss Pizza and Chicken, just waiting to crush your cravings.
Pied Piper Flowers and Gifts on the corner of 15th and Broadway in Yankton. Your full-service flower and gift store. Beautiful fresh flower arrangements to artificial arrangements. Gifts, sympathy, foodie items to snarky gifts. Stop by and let the gals at Pied Piper give you the personal service you deserve. Brighten your day and head to Pied Piper Flowers and Gifts, where you'll find something new every time you go. Pied Piper Flowers and Gifts Yankton, they deliver.
Welcome to the Vishay Yankton Halftime Show. Vishay Yankton, building the DNA of tech. All the stats, game trends, and everything Yankton Bucks football now.
And here on our Vishay Yankton Halftime Show, the score 13-8 with the Bucks in the lead on our Fox Stop of Yankton scoreboard. The Vishay Yankton Halftime Show. Define the world's future. Vishay Electronic Components bring to life the world's most important products. Products that touch lives everywhere, every day. Vigier building the DNA of tech. Your halftime stats here as the Bucks lead at 13-8. We'll start with the Sturgis Brown Scoopers. 3-2 their record. They come in coached by Chris Koletsky. Peter Pye on the night, 6 carries, 16 yards. Jackson Kano, 6 attempts, 65 yards, and a touchdown. For Zol Irian, he has 4 attempts, 5 yards. And Gage West, 1 attempt for 5 yards. Jackson Kano throwing the football, 4 for 8, 23 yards, as that was one thing Coach Koletsky said he'd like to see his team get going, throwing the ball a little better. And so far tonight, it just has not been the case for them. Catching the football, Cole Litzen with 1 catch, 12 yards, and Ethan Graff, 3 receptions for a total of 11 yards. 2 penalties on the Scoopers, and it's been for 25 yards. Your stats at the half for the Bucks. Jason Logic running the football the most by a wide margin. 12 carries, 35 yards for him on the night. Tate Bestie, 2 rushing attempts for 4 yards. Tate Bestie also throwing the football 10 of 19, 184 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. It's been kind of an unusual night for Tate Bestie. We've seen him miss some throws that really he's made all season. We'll see how he bounces back in the second half, as I'm sure adjustments will be made by Muth to make things a little bit more comfortable for him, as he has seen some pressure. Catching the football, talk about a career game. 6 catches, 151 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 fumble lost for Owen Eidsness. Had he not lost that fumble, he'd have 3 touchdowns on the night, but either way, he's really made a mark on this game. Cale Hazelhorst has 1 catch, 13 yards. Abel Bryan, 1 reception that went for 9 yards. Also he brought in that 2-point conversion that was then tossed aside due to a penalty. Jay Sedlacek, 1 reception that went for 5 yards. And then Carter Boomsma, 1 catch that went for 6 yards. For Yankton, they've got 5 penalties in the first half, went to 42 yards, which for Yankton so far this season has been relatively few. If you can keep it under 100 penalty yards, that's been a success for this Bucks team. And right now, 42 pacing 84 penalty yards. Of course, you can always get it a little bit cleaner, and I know Coach Muth is going to talk about that with his team. If you're a coach and your team has a penalty, usually you're probably going to be talking about it. Again, our Vichet Yankton halftime show. One of the favorite parts of getting to do Yankton athletics is getting to interview some of the players. Last week, after a dominant performance from the Yankton Bucks offensive line that really helped them get out to an early lead against Pierre T.F. Riggs, I decided who is more important than a center to talk with. So this week I got a chance to chat with Ben Bullman, Jr. of the Bucks. We'll take a listen to that now on Classic Hits 106.3 in Yankton, streaming on YouTube. On a Vichet Yankton halftime show, our highlighted player of the week, it's Junior Ben Bullman. Your team has a great start to the year. How's 4-1 feeling right now, Ben?
Feeling pretty good. We just need to keep working on our stuff, and we hopefully keep winning.
And what an exciting game it was last week in Crane Youngworth as you and the team defeated Pierre. Tell me about the game and the excitement surrounding you and the teammates.
So the game was pretty good. Nice win there. Tate had a great pass to Owen last play of the game. Our pass defense was really good. That's all it was, and the win was just amazing. It felt so good on our homecoming especially.
Now, of course, as the center, you're involved in every play. Is there one play this year that has really stood out to you?
One play. I think it was it was my first play as center. It was against Watertown. I don't know, I was just pretty nervous, but then as soon as I got on the field, it just felt so good to be back and so ready to kick some butt.
Coming up, you take on Sturgis in Sturgis. What are you most looking forward to in this game?
I'm most looking forward to just seeing how we improve over this last week and seeing how our team works together well and our coaching and our skill set come together.
And now as an offensive lineman, sometimes can be overlooked with how important it is. What would you say is the most important position in football?
It all starts up with the line up front, and center especially. So they got to have the most important job on the field, in my opinion. They got to snap the ball back to the quarterback. If you don't get the ball back there, then there's no play.
So the center says being center is most important?
Yes.
Love the answer. And final question, would you rather get a pancake block or a chance to run the ball on the 1-yard line?
A chance to run the ball on the 1-yard line.
Got to go for the touchdown.
Yeah, that's all you can hope for.
Well, thanks for the chat, Ben. Look forward to seeing you and the team on the field again in Sturgis.
Thank you.
Floor Tech Cleaning and Restoration in Yankton, Mitchell, and Norfolk and surrounding areas is the call you need to make when you need your carpets, ductwork, or a trauma cleanup. With 24-hour emergency services for fire and water, mold mitigation, and reconstruction services for residential and commercial properties. Locally owned and operated at 220 East 3rd Street in Yankton.
When your home or floor is wet, call Floor Tech.
MT and RC Smith Insurance has been a part of the Yankton community since 1949. Our agency would love to help you with your home, auto, business, life, and long-term care insurance needs.
We take pride in providing you with quality service when you have a claim or need to make changes to your coverage.
The MT and RC Smith Insurance Agency is flexible to meet with you in person or at the office at 204 West 4th Street. Give them a call for insurance changes, payments, claims, or service requests.
Les Schwab Tires, located at 2809 Broadway in Yankton. It's the place to buy tires with all different tread types to fit your needs and rims ready to make your vehicle shine. Not only do they sell tires, they fix them too. Flats, brakes, alignments, and more. You can feel confident that your car will be taken care of. No waiting for your tires, they should have them in stock. If you're looking for tractor or semi-tires, those are available too. Les Schwab Tires, where the sign says it all.
Hi, it's Linda at Linda's Angel Crossing in Yankton. Ladies, come into the store for all your new fall clothing needs. There's Tribal, there's Lulu Bee, Ethel, and Southern Lady. The nursery has everything you need for gift giving, baptism, copper pearl bibs, magnetic sleepers, swaddlers, toddlers, clothing, and boys and girls Under Armour to size 7. Don't forget toys and little golden books. Linda's Angel Crossing in Yankton.
Authentic Mexican food goods with the family touch is here in Yankton at Angela's Mexican Store. From fresh produce and meats to the spices and the snacks you miss from home. Traveling or just moved? No problem. They accept money from many different countries. Check out the different kinds of money on the wall. Family owned, family loved. They treat you like family. Angela's Mexican Store, where culture meets community. Stop in today.
Here at the Vichet Yankton halftime show, it's 13-8, the Bucks leading the Sturgis Scoopers. It's time for your halftime Beyond the Game, brought to you by Kalen's Indoor Comfort, Heating and Air Conditioning. When you want comfort, you want Kalen's. So outside of sporting events for Yankton High School, they had a marching band middle school event. That was today versus Menno at Menno. And then, of course, well, we got football here tonight. Into the weekend, a marching band varsity event against Sioux Falls at to be determined on the time, so assuming an all-day event. Competitive cheer with a varsity invitational at 10 a.m. at Sioux Falls Jefferson High School. Competitive dance varsity invitational also at Sioux Falls Jefferson at 10 a.m. That wraps up the weekend for what's going on at the school. Then into Monday, a high school choir concert, 7 to 8 o'clock in the high school chorus room, 177. It's their fall concert. Into Tuesday, the high school ASVAB testing at the high school computer lab, 8:15 a.m., to 12:15 p.m. Then on Wednesday, Yankton School District staff flu shots. They've got them at the middle school lecture hall and theater from 7:30 to 8:30 a.m., as well as the admin boardroom from 2:30 to 4:30 p.m. On Thursday, October 9th, oral interpretation with the varsity invitational at Aberdeen Central High School at 2:30. Competitive cheer with a varsity invitational, as well as competitive dance, both at Watertown at 5 o'clock. High school EF tours meeting at 6:30 to 7:30. That's in high school room 146. And that brings us to the end of next week. And on Friday, again, Yankton's got some football. But outside of the game, Yankton School District staff flu shots again at the high school YCAH Theater, 7:30 to 9 a.m. Looks like we are not going to get what we thought initially looked like an extended halftime for Military Appreciation Night. They then changed the clock as we got things rolling here. So we'll wrap up the Vichet Yankton halftime show a little bit sooner than what we thought, as both teams on the field. And again, Sturgis wearing their military uniforms, honoring the military, and it's camouflaged trimmed out in white numbers and letters. Black pants for the Bucks on the road in all white jersey and pants, trimmed out in red. That wraps up the half here. Third quarter, 12 minutes have been put onto the game clock. Bucks to receive the second half kickoff. Half the game is through and half the game to go, and it's been a great game so far here tonight in Sturgis. 13-8, the Bucks lead, and they'll receive the second half kickoff. The sun has set, so neither team has to look into that for the rest of the night. It's Friday Night Lights. Where else would you want to be? Back to receive here for the Bucks, Tegan LaCroix. And I believe on the far side, Owen Eidsness. And set to kick things away here is Isaac Smith of the Sturgis Brown Scoopers as the second half is underway in the ball. A squib kick that'll bounce around the 30, and it'll stay in bounds. Tegan LaCroix, a smart play, just knocked it out of bounds with his hand. That one, Sturgis was getting close to. Had they grabbed it, it would have been Sturgis football. So Tegan LaCroix, a smart heads-up play. He's able to just knock it out of bounds, and Yankton will take over from their own 24-yard line. 2 seconds into the second half of action, and the Bucks with the football. The Sturgis crowd getting loud for their military appreciation night. 1st and 10 here on their own 24. The Bucks have it. They've got a 5-point lead as Bestie takes a snap, hands it off. Sedlacek tries taking it outside the numbers. Stuffed at the 20. He'll lose 4 yards on the carry. Did not get much help from his line there. Jay Sedlacek with his 13th carry of the night. 31 yards on those carries. Again, his line did not help him too much on that one. 2nd and long for the Bucks offense. Tate Bestie now works from the shotgun. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Bestie takes the snap, has to immediately leave the pocket, throws it out of bounds, incomplete. Just had to throw that ball away as he was immediately hounded by some Scoopers defenders. 3rd and 13 on the way here. Yankton needs a big play, but this is kind of what we saw early in the game. The Scoopers defense held strong on 1st and 2nd down, but then the Bucks, when they needed a big play on 3rd down, they got exactly what they needed. We'll see what they do here deep in their own territory on their 21-yard line. Bestie with it, has time across the middle. Cale Hazelhorst, a huge pickup. Yankton gets a 1st down. Tate Bestie fires a perfect ball to the hands of Cale Hazelhorst up to the 36-yard line. A pickup of 15 or 16 there. Cale Hazelhorst, his 2nd catch of the night, 29 yards for him. 1st and 10 for Yankton from the 37. Up the middle, Jay Sedlacek goes. He's tripped up. Had some room to run, but still a nice pickup of 7 yards. Chase Sedlacek, had he not been tripped up, somebody got their hands on his shoestrings. Had that not happened, Sedlacek had some room to run, and if he could have beat his one defender, might have been taking that one all the way for 6. 2nd and 3 here on the field. Sturgis showing signs of pressure, and whistles will blow a flag on the play. We'll see whose line moved first. And it will be against Yankton, a 5-yard penalty to back them up, 2nd and 8. Yankton's 7th penalty of the night. Sturgis so far only with 2. Second down, 8 yards needed here for this Bucks offense. The first possession of the second half, we've seen 1 first down, 1 penalty. 10.5 to play in the third quarter as Bestie takes the snap, drops back, has some time, fires it once. Boomsma nearly came down with an incredible catch, but instead it falls incomplete. So it'll be 3rd and 8. And again, Yankton has really been great on 3rd down, but on 1st and 2nd, their offense has struggled. But when it's needed, they seem to pick up a lot of yards. 3rd and 8 here. We'll see if they can do it again and move into Sturgis territory. First down marker at the Bucks 47. They'll take the snap from the 39, and a flag will fly before again. I think this one against Sturgis. And it is an offsides on the defense. They'll give Yankton that 5 yards back and a big 5 yards to make it 3rd and 3. The last 2 minutes, we've shaved off about 4 seconds off the game clock here in the 3rd quarter. 10:27 to play. Third and 3 here on the field for the Bucks offense. Tate Bestie in the shotgun. 3 receivers on the right side of the line, 1 to the left. He'll go to the left. Drops incomplete. That one nearly picked off. As Brody Bullitt got his hands on it, Tegan LaCroix and Bestie, some miscommunication. 4th down, Yankton's going to punt it. If you would have told me this game ended up in a defensive masterpiece, not sure I would have believed you. Yankton, 39 points per game scored. Sturgis, just over 26.5 points per game. Thought there'd be tons of touchdowns. We've got 3 so far as the punt caught at about the 22-yard line, and that is where Sturgis will start their offensive set. Will Sager on the tackle. As Sturgis now their first offensive set here of the second half. Again, if you're tuned in on Classic, it's 106.3. If you'd like to watch this live, you can tune in on YouTube. It's Yankton Streaming. Otherwise, you can find the link on kvht.com or our Facebook Classic, it's 106.3. I'm Zach Spear, glad to be here with you. Great night for football. As feels like every Friday's a great night for football. You just can't get enough. 10:15 to play here in the 3rd quarter. 13-8, Sturgis trails Yankton, but the Scoopers with the football. They'll start with a play action here. Jackson fires it deep, out of bounds, incomplete. Kano was looking for Ethan Graff on that one. Just put way too much on it. Falls out of bounds by a few yards. 2nd and 10. Scoopers break the huddle. An offense that doesn't move too terribly fast here for Sturgis. They take their time. They make sure everyone's on the same page. Kind of the opposite of Yankton. Now a handoff up the middle. Peter Pye, patient running. Gets to the 1st down line before he's blasted out of bounds. But a nice pickup, and Sturgis is moving the chains. A pickup of 10 plus. As now they're going to mark him just short. It's going to be 3rd and inches. I thought he had that for sure. Instead, they're going to credit him with 9 yards on that attempt. 3rd, and like I said, this is inches here. Don't need very much if you're the Scoopers offense. Down to about 10 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. Now the clock will continue. 3rd and inches for this Scoopers offense. Kano trying to get the Bucks defense with a hard count. It won't work this time. It's worked a couple times earlier in the game. As Kano back into the shotgun, he works it. Fakes the handoff, some miscommunication, runs it up the middle himself, has plenty of room to run again. One defender to beat, it's Carter Boomsma up to the 20, tries to get around Boomsma. He's brought down at the 5-yard line. A 63-yard run from Jackson Kano. It'll be 1st and goal. Jackson Kano put the burners on. They'll give him 64 yards, 1st and goal from the 6-yard line here. Kano hands it off up the middle. Irian, tough to bring down, keeps moving with the football closer and closer to the end zone. He'll be tackled short, but not by much. 2nd and goal on the way. Ball looks like it's spotted at about the 2-yard line. A 4-yard pickup for Zoll Irian. A touchdown gives the Scoopers the lead here. 8.5 to play in the third quarter. Kano takes a snap, fires it, falls incomplete. Had a receiver wide open, just didn't take any time to get his back foot planted. It was an awkward throw, incomplete. And if you talk to quarterbacks, I mean, so important is driving off that back foot for the throw. As 3rd and goal here for Sturgis. This Bucks defense has a task to try and stop him here. Kano with Irian alongside him in the backfield. Takes a snap, drops back. They're going to throw it. On the far side, this one caught. Into the end zone it goes. Gage West, touchdown. Jackson Kano, his first touchdown throw of the night. This one goes to Gage West for a whole 1 yard. That puts the Scoopers on top. It's 13-14. Sturgis leads in the third quarter of play on our Fox Stop scoreboard. And Sturgis is going to go for 2 again, as the 2 would have them up 3 points. That's a field goal. Going for 2 here is Sturgis to try and make it a 3-point game. Zoll Irian gets it immediately. Tackled, brought down by the Bucks. Doesn't look like he has it. He doesn't. Stopped short. It remains a 1-point game. 14-13, though. The Scoopers back on top when we return. The Bucks set to get the kickoff and a chance to take that lead back on Classic Hits 106.3 and Yankton streaming on YouTube.
Starting the first bank in South Dakota was the easy part, earning the confidence of local farmers, helping families account for their dreams, and securing the future for countless businesses took us a little longer. We owe it to the hard workers, big dreamers, and forward thinkers out there. Thank you for making South Dakota a great place to call home.
Back to the field, it's 14-13. The Scoopers leading the Yankton Bucks here in Sturgis, South Dakota. Off of a 1-yard touchdown pass from Jackson Kano to Gage West, we have got a game on our hands. Sturgis, a physical team. They have not made it easy on this Yankton offense, who's used to putting up plenty of points. Right now, they're stalled out at 13, looking to take the lead back as they trail 1 here in the second half of action. 8.5 to play in the third. We've got plenty of football left. But Yankton wants to get this offense figured out and rolling, as we know they can. Isaac Smith to kick it away. A short squib bounces over the Bucks front line. Picked up by LaCroix at the 22-yard line, trying to bring it on the far side of the field. Gets around, sets the edge up across towards midfield. Brought out of bounds at around the 46-yard line. A nice return for Tegan LaCroix of the Bucks. It is not the first good return we've seen out of Tegan LaCroix this season. First and 10 here for the Bucks. They'll start with the ball on their own 43-yard line. Good starting field position here for a good offense. But again, Sturgis' defense has swarmed them and made life pretty miserable. Out of the shotgun, Bestie will work it. Hands it off Sedlacek. Sedlacek, some good blocking up front. Follows it. Nears midfield. He's brought down at the 49-yard line. A pickup of 6. 2nd and 4. Jay Sedlacek already with 15 carries in tonight's game. In the second half, 3 carries, and it's went for 10 yards. Owen Eidsness gets put into motion. They'll fake the jet sweep right back up the middle. Jay Sedlacek brought down before the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard. Yankton really trying to impose that run up the middle, and right now it is not working as Sturgis has just gotten the better of them, doing a great job with their defensive tackles. Third and 4, a big play here for this Yankton offense. Feels like one you got to have to keep momentum somewhat on your side. Tate Bestie drops back to pass it, faces pressure, throws it up, making the catch. Owen Eidsness pulls in a tough one, 5 yards, first down for Yankton. The 24th pass attempt from Tate Bestie, a good one, as he finds Owen Eidsness for a 5-yard pickup. Owen just might find himself with a 200-yard game. He's over 150 already tonight with a couple of touchdowns. 1st and 10 now at the Scoopers' 46-yard line here. Is this Bucks offense moving? They'll take the snap up the middle again. Sedlacek, this time he's got some room. Puts down the boom up to the 34-yard line. Because of that shoulder he laid, let's watch a Yankton Winnelson replay. Jay Sedlacek, a big boom on that one. 12 yards he'll pick up there. 1st and 10 for Yankton. They're at their own, the Sturgis 34-yard line. Again, they'll move it up the middle here. Sedlacek falls forward after a pickup of a good 5 yards or so. They'll give him about 6, looks like. So Jay Sedlacek, 18 yards on his last 2 rushing attempts, and now it feels like that offensive line for Yankton has given him 2 great opportunities. 2nd and 4, Bucks on offense, but they trail 14-13, trying to take that lead right back. Bestie puts Eidsness from the left side to the right side. He draws 2 defenders to that side with him. Bestie looking to throw it, lofts it up deep, and nowhere in that area was Hazelhorst, the intended receiver. Again, miscommunication. You just haven't seen this from the Bucks often this season, but it brings up 4th and 4. For the Bucks, you're on the Sturgis 28-yard line. So you feel like kind of no man's land. That's a 45-yarder. That's tough at the high school level. Bucks are going to go for it here. Even if you don't make it, it doesn't give. Well, they've marked it as 3rd and 4 here on the field. Thought it was 4th and 4. Throw down, falls incomplete. So now that'll bring up 4th and 4. I apologize for that on the field. They had their 3rd down markers on 2nd down, so I went with that. Now we've got 4th and 4, and again, Yankton will be going for it. From the Sturgis 28-yard line, they trail 1. Any score puts them back on top. Bestie drops back to pass it, launches it deep. Oh, and Eidsness off his fingertips, falls incomplete. Flag on the play. This one's going to be a first down for Yankton. Definitely some contact there. Eidsness had a chance to pull it in. And an aggressive throw from Bestie on a 4th and 4 situation to loft it up deep. And it is a pass interference. That'll go against Trace Prescott of the Scoopers. A 15-yard penalty, and Yankton is gifted a first down here. Much needed. It'll move the ball to the 13-yard line of the Scoopers. 1st and 10 for the Bucks. Bestie takes the snap on the option. Flips it out to Sedlacek around the 10-yard line. Nears the end zone. Puts his shoulder down again. He's not going to make it in, but he's making the defense pay for getting in front of him. A pickup of, looked like he had over 10 yards. A 12-yard pickup there for Sedlacek, who is getting it going with his legs. 30 yards on his last 3 attempts. 1st and goal from the 2. You can probably guess where this ball is going. Possibly a draw play as Sedlacek off to the left side of Bestie. That's exactly what it is. Sedlacek pushes a defender away, falls forward. Does he get in? No sign yet. They'll say he's just short. 2nd and goal from the 1 now. Jay Sedlacek gets stopped, but inches the Bucks closer here. Kind of surprised to not see Sedlacek behind Bestie to give him a full head of steam running into that line. And well, I said surprised to not see it. We'll see it on 2nd and goal. Bestie, the hard count, hands it off. Sedlacek on the far side, brings it in. Touchdown, Yankton. Jay Sedlacek, a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Bucks reclaim the lead. Down on the play, we'll take the cameras away as Edley Amaro Jr., such an important player here for Yankton. Hopefully he's okay. It is 19-14, and Amaro's still on the ground, so we'll take a moment to take a break here. We'll be back in a moment, hopefully with good news about Edley Amaro on the field right now for the Bucks.
The Bonesetter Chiropractic, Yankton. I'm Dr. TJ Stotz. When you need chiropractic, we're here. We use a hands-on approach, decompression traction, electrical stimulation, acupuncture, and state-of-the-art examination techniques. We're happy to offer exercise and supplement advice as well. The Bonesetter Chiropractic, 215 Mulberry, Suite 9, Yankton. Call or text 605-401-5701. Bringing you comfort when there's discomfort.
Interior technicians.
Jerry, I need your help. I'm in a real pickle.
How can we help? We clean carpets, furnace and duct cleaning, mold remediation, fire restoration, water damage restoration, office cleaning, and much more.
No, Jerry, I'm in a real pickle. I'm stuck and I can't get out. Hang on, I'll send you pics so you can see what I mean.
Oh my gosh. When you need it clean, call the Intech team. Fixing pickles since 1984.
And Edley Amaro was able to get to the sidelines. He's walking right now, but not in for this play. Yankton wants to go for 2 to make it a 7-point difference. Bestie drops back, passes it, wide open, caught Owen Eidsness. Eidsness pulls it in for 2, and the Bucks lead 7. 21-14, your Fox stop of Yankton scoreboard here with your Bucks on top of the Sturgis Brown Scoopers. What a game we've got on our hands. 17 minutes left of game time. We'll take a break, and when we return, kickoff and the Scoopers offense back on the field on Classic Hits 106.3 in Yankton, streaming on YouTube. Triple Time Rudy's on the corner of 16th and Broadway, Yankton. Stop in and check out their wide variety of items. Grab some snacks, whether you want chips, popcorn, or something sweet, they have it. Ice cold beverages, or when you need that boost in the morning, coffee. You can also grab the best locally produced meats, meat sticks, and cheeses in the area. Guaranteed fresh. For those hot days, grab a Freezy too. Get all your car needs and 5 cents off a gallon when using cash. All at Triple Time Rudy's, Yankton. Back on the field, it's 21-14. Yankton leads Sturgis at Woodlefield in Sturgis, South Dakota. A 5.5-hour drive here for the Bucks. Again, it's hard to try and stay fresh when you've been on a bus for 5.5 hours. Yankton trying to pull out the win here. It's been a very gritty game between these two teams. In other action in AA, O'Gorman defeated Pierre 27-23. T-Area defeated Brookings 20-0. Hurons defeating Douglas 40-0 early in the third quarter. Spearfish against Watertown, a close one, 14-12. Spearfish leads, 1 minute left in the third. Of course, here tonight, 21-14 favoring Yankton. And Aberdeen Central on top of Mitchell, 28-13, halfway through the fourth quarter. The Bucks to kick it away. Liam Villanueva puts some leg into it. This one's going to be caught in the end zone for a touchback. And the Scoopers will start from their own 20-yard line. They've got some work to do as they trail a touchdown. And this Bucks defense just got some time to rest. We'll see, though, with that Edley Amaro injury on the field. Well, doesn't matter. Amaro's back on the field. You'd like to think maybe just cramps. It was a hot one here. It was 90 degrees when this game first started. We're still hovering around the 80-degree mark, so you know it's having a little wear and tear. You've got to keep the fluids flowing, a lot of electrolytes, especially when you're on the field. Rather, just being here can be exhausting, much less being on the field. 1st and 10 from the 20 here for Sturgis. 21-14, Yankton leads. It's Jackson Kano in the backfield. Fires it across. Graff catches it. Follows his lead block. Thrown out of bounds around the 25-yard line. He'll pick up 6 yards, 2nd and 4. Ethan Graff has been the favorite target for Kano so far in today's game. 2nd and 4 here. Scoopers on their own 26. As I was saying, the Graf with 4 receptions, no one else with 2 on the team. Peter Pye alongside Kano. The handoff is Pye. Follows his blocking. Now he's going to take it outside the numbers. Falls forward up to about the 28, 29-yard line. Short of the first down by maybe a yard. It'll be 3rd and 1 here. Peter Pye with his 8th carry of the night. They've shared it between Peter Pye, Jackson Kano, and Zol Irian. A 3rd and short situation for this Scoopers offense. Looking to tie the ball game up. A little movement there from the Bucs defensive front, but they do not cross the line. Clock is ticking, and Sturgis will be happy to let it do so. Kano takes the snap, a quick pass. This one caught again. Graf up to the 36. First down, and a 7-yard pickup for the Scoopers. Ethan Graf, his 5th catch of the night. 24 yards, though, so really hasn't been too much of a difference there through the air for Sturgis, but they've been running the ball very well, especially with over 100 rushing yards from their quarterback, with a touchdown as well. Under 4 minutes to play in the third. It's 21-14, favoring Yankton. Handoff yet again up the middle. Peter Pye has it, has some room to run, lays down the boom across to the Yankton 48-yard line. A 16-yard pickup for Peter Pye, and the Scoopers offense is moving yet again. First and 10 here for the Scoopers offense. They get back up to the line of scrimmage. Touchdown ties this ball game up. We might be in for a thriller yet again tonight. Kano working from the shotgun, hands it off. Peter Pye again. This one sniffed up by the Bucs defense. Losing a yard is Peter Pye. They'll say no gain, so 2nd and 10. Heard forward progress, but to me did not look like he got close to that line of scrimmage. Breaking the huddle here is Sturgis, 2nd and 10. They're now on the Bucs' 48-yard line, trailing 7 points. The Bucs got to stop on that last run, and that's where Sturgis has really been able to capitalize. Another pass here is this one caught. Brody's got it, and a first down for Sturgis again. Brody Royer with a catch for 11 yards. And this is what Coach Koletsky wanted to see out of his offense. Able to throw the ball when needed. Don't have to throw for over 200 yards, but if you can get key first downs through the air, you're doing something right. Under 2.5 now to play in the third quarter. Marching the football down the field, though, is this Sturgis offense. On to the Bucs 37 they go. Kano really hasn't had a lot of pressure, but it's been a lot of quick passes. This time up the middle, fires it incomplete. That's the first incompletion for Kano in his last 5 attempts, including one of those that was a 1-yard touchdown pass. It's the hands of Gage West. 2nd and 10 now for the Scoopers. For this Bucs defense, feels like an opportunity. If you can somehow force Sturgis into no points here off this drive, you've got to be awfully happy with it as you lead 7. Kano working from the shotgun. The option between him and Pye. He'll take it himself up the middle. A nice gain. Gets about halfway to the first down line. 3rd and 5 on the way. Kano, his 8th rushing attempt. That's something that was brought up by both coaches, is Kano's rushing ability. Muth knew it was going to be tough to contain him, and so far that is what it's been here for this Bucs defense. 3rd and 5, a big opportunity for Yankton here. Sturgis with the football on Yankton's 32-yard line. They started this drive well into their own territory, dropping back. Kano wants to fire it well over his intended receiver. It falls incomplete. There was maybe some contact from the Bucs defense, but that one might have been uncatchable. 4th and 5 on the way. We'll see if Sturgis goes for it. Kind of feel like you're in no man's land. And now a flag is flown late. It's over towards the Bucks sideline. After an incomplete pass, you certainly wouldn't think that Yankton would pick up a sideline warning. We wait and see what the call is. What? I shouldn't say we shouldn't see that. We do. We get a sideline warning from the Bucks sideline. Surprised to hear as it was an incomplete pass. It was a successful play for the defense. That's not normally when you get a sideline warning. But the coaching staff for Yankton has been warned. The next one is a personal foul and free yards for Sturgis. 4th and 5 here at the Bucks 32-yard line. Whistles will blow. And now timeout called by Coach Koletsky of Sturgis. A Lindsay Echo Water Systems of Yankton water break. We'll be back in a moment for this huge 4th down play.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small, just as it should be. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose, a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of choices to make sure you have the perfect coverage to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance.
For whatever plumbing needs that come your way, trust your local guys at Pfeiffer Plumbing and Heating of Yankton. Leaky faucets, boilers, or anything in between. Rest assured, it'll get done the right way. Looking for new plumbing? You got it. Pfeiffer Plumbing and Heating takes care of residential and commercial, from houses to hospitals to banks. Pfeiffer Plumbing and Heating of Yankton takes away the stress and provides great results. Locally owned and operated, and proud to support Yankton athletics. And a 4th and 5 here for the Sturgis offense. They're going for it on the Yankton Bucks 32-yard line. 5 yards is what they need. Bucks defense, a great opportunity to make a stop. Kano drops back to pass, faces pressure. This one incomplete. A Bucks turnover forced on defense. That one went to Seth Burton. He's unable to bring it in, and Yankton gets a much-needed stop, and their offense takes over on their own 32-yard line. This feels like a great opportunity for this Bucks offense to capitalize and get up by 2 scores. Any score puts you up by 2 scores. .84 seconds to play here in the third quarter. 1st and 10 for the Bucks on their own 32-yard line after the 4th down stop. Bestie wants it deep. That one caught, but I believe out of bounds by Cale Hazelhorst. It'll be an incompletion, and, well, wasn't quite as deep as I was thinking. Felt like he loaded up a lot more. It would have been about a 9-yard catch. Instead, 2nd and 10. Now 78 seconds to play in the third quarter. Yankton will hand it off. Sedlacek up the middle he goes as he'll drive forward to about the 36-yard line. A pickup of 4. Off his 22nd carry of the night. This Bucks offense moving up tempo, 3rd and 6. As Bestie works from the shotgun, a pair of receivers on each side. Boomsma moves late. Now the snap here. Bestie drops back, has some time, fires it deep. Again picked off. This one picked off, a flag will fly, and with it in his hands right now, moving up towards the 45-yard line, out at the 40, is Wyatt Marler. An errant pass there by Tate Bestie. Sturgis right back with possession. We'll see what that dirty laundry on the field is, as there was a penalty down. It certainly looked like it was after the interception. Flag's not on the field anymore. And, well, I guess they picked it up. They're going to say no penalty. Don't see that too often. And don't see Bestie with 2 interceptions in a game often. We have got a close one here in Sturgis. This could be the final play of the third quarter, and we might go into the fourth. A 1-score game, possible a chance for Sturgis to tie it. Kano drops back to fire it, lobs it up deep, has Brody Royer. Royer comes down with it up to the 11-yard line. A 29-yard connection. It's the biggest of the night through the air for the Sturgis offense. 1st and 10 at the Bucks' 12-yard line. Royer with an impressive catch somehow brought that one in. Under 20 seconds to play here. We'll see if Sturgis just lets that clock run or if they're going to run one more play here. It's only a one-score game. You really don't need to move quick. With under 10 seconds, they do get to the line. We'll see if they actually take the snap. 1st and 10, 5 seconds to play now in the third quarter. Or do they just try to draw Yankton off sides? They'll take the snap. Kano in the middle, fires it. This time picked off! Yankton with the interception! Who got it? Number 3, Easton Feeser. What an electric play by Easton Feeser. He's had himself a great night so far today. Bucks right back on offense as we reach the end of the third quarter. 21-14, Bucks back with the football when we return on Classic Hits 106.3 and Yankton streaming on YouTube.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small, just as it should be. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of choices to make sure you have the perfect coverage to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance.
For whatever plumbing needs that come your way, trust your local guys at Pfeiffer Plumbing and Heating of Yankton. Leaky faucets, boilers, or anything in between. Rest assured, it'll get done the right way. Looking for new plumbing? You got it. Pfeiffer Plumbing and Heating takes care of residential and commercial, from houses to hospitals to banks. Pfeiffer Plumbing and Heating of Yankton takes away the stress and provides great results. Locally owned and operated, and proud to support Yankton Athletics. Fourth quarter is live. 1st and 10 for the Bucks from their own 4-yard line. They'll start with a handoff. Jason Lachek, plenty of room to run. He crosses up towards the 20-yard line. A big pickup for the Bucks, and they're right back out of that dangerous territory in their own end zone. A pickup of 15, with his legs, Jason Lachek. This second half, he's really ran the ball well. 3 of his 10 carries have gone for over 10 yards, as again they'll go up the middle. Jason Lachek fighting hard for every yard here. Picks up a nice 7 yards this time. Second and 3 here as Jason Lachek. 24 carries on the night here. Clock is ticking in Sturgis. A duo of receivers to each side for Bestie. Now into motion is Boomsma. They'll fake the jet sweep. A quick dump off here. Sedlacek has it. He makes the catch at the 27-yard line. Won't get further. He's brought down 3rd and short on the way. A 1-yard pickup from Bestie to Sedlacek with his second catch of the night for 6 yards. 3rd and 1 coming here as Yankton. You feel like a run, you should be able to get the one. We'll see what Coach Muth and his staff have drawn up on 3rd and short. Ten and a half to play the handoff here. Up the middle they go again. Sedlacek falls forward across to the 31. 3 yards and another fresh set of downs for this Yankton offense. Jay Sedlacek has got to be nearing that 100-yard mark. 1st and 10 on their own 31-yard line for this Bucks offense. They're not moving quite as quick as we normally see. Bestie takes a snap. Yet again, they'll run it up the middle, but this time Talon Kenny will have it. Kenny's hard to tackle, but he's swarmed by Scooper's defenders after a pickup of 2. So Talon Kenny got his first reception last week. His first carry this week. Under 10 minutes to play in the game. 21-14, Yankton leads this one. It's a close one. What a great game it's been so far. Whistles will blow. And a flag on the field. We await the call, and no signal yet. If it's against Yankton, that'll be their 8th penalty. Only their 2nd, though, of the second half. If it's on Sturgis, it'll be their 5th penalty. Few Yankton players are over by the officials discussing. No indication. And still awaiting the call. And after that discussion, that lengthy discussion, we're told no penalty on the play. So 2nd and 8 will remain. Second and 8 here for the Bucks. They'll run it up the middle again. This time some speed, and they'll get near the first down line. I think they've got enough for it. On the carry there, his first of the night is Carson Krall. Shot through that. Small hole he was given. He got all 8 that he needed. A nice change of pace from the running back crew of Yankton with Talon Kenny and Carson Krall each getting involved. First and 10, Bucks with the football on their own 42-yard line. 9:15 to play here. They'll run it yet again up the middle. Falling forward as Jason Lachek was met with contact behind the line of scrimmage. Sneaks out a yard, 2nd and 9. As this game just keeps churning and churning. Under 9 minutes to play. Yankton, again, not a team that usually takes this much time off the clock, but right now, you feel like if you can just have a long, lengthy drive and push it into the end zone, you can maybe win this one. Eidsness makes the quick catch, brought out of bounds after pickup of maybe a yard. Up to the 45-yard line, they'll move it. It is 3rd and 7. A big play here on each side. Can Yankton get the first down, or will the Scoopers get it to the hands of their offense for a chance to tie this one up late? 3rd and 7 here for the Bucks offense. Tate Bestie with 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Out of the shotgun he works. Takes the snap, sits in the pocket, fires it. That one caught. No, out of bounds. It goes as Owen Eidsness slow to get back up for the Bucks. Eidsness able to pop back up, and that is a great sign here for the Bucks team. You cannot lose a player of his caliber this late in the season. It'll fall incomplete, 4th and 7 here. And the punt team will come out for Yankton. Just couldn't quite get his feet in bounds there. And so the Scoopers will get a stop on the defensive side of the ball. A good snap. Liam Villanueva puts this one high up into the air. Royer calls the fair catch at the 23, and the Scoopers need 77 yards and a score to tie this one up. It's 21-14 favoring the Bucks. Every play from here on out is going to be huge for each side. Bucks looking for a 5-1 start to their season. Sturgis Brown trying to avoid a 500 start to their year. 8:08 on the clock in Mountain Time. 9:08 back in Yankton for Central Time. Thanks for tuning in on Classic Hits 106.3 and Yankton streaming on YouTube. I'm Zach Spear, and it's just been a blast getting to be able to call Yankton Athletics for the last couple years. A run up the middle here for the Scoopers. A pickup of 1 yard for Peter Pye. They'll credit him with 2, 2nd and 8. So the Scoopers need something here As we have just over 8 minutes to play, the difference is 1 touchdown in this game. This one shaping up to be a great game, as we had a great one last week as well. Taking the snap out of the shotgun is Kano. Kano's pass off his receiver's fingertips. But boy, Hazelhorse got there in a hurry. Put down a good hit. 3rd down. 3rd and 8, and if you're Yankton's defense, if you can force a 3 and out, you're feeling good. Sturgis out of their huddle, wanting to make sure to get the right call here. An important play in this game. Third down and 8. Ball is at the 25-yard line. They need to get about up to the 33-yard line. Kano drops back in the middle, hits his receiver. Plenty of extra room to run into Yankton territory. Goes Graff. Graff is going to be hit out of bounds at the 20-yard line. A 46-yard connection. Jackson Kano to Ethan Graff. And Ethan Graff will go down on the play. It's a 56-yard completion, and it was a hard hit by that Yankton defense at the end. And now he will pop back up. Ball is going to be spotted at the 18-yard line. That'll actually make it a 58-yard connection. And Yankton's defense so close to getting the stop, they give up the boom play on 3rd down. 1st and 10 from the Bucks 18-yard line. As now I do believe we're going to have an injury timeout. I didn't see a coach calling a timeout. All players are to the sideline, but Ethan Graff was able to get to the sideline after the big play. Both teams huddled up. We'll just keep it here. Don't want to miss any of this action as we've got a little over half of the 4th quarter to play. And the Scoopers an opportunity to tie this one up. They started within their own 30-yard line on this drive, and most of those yards were picked up on that last 58-yard completion. 7:42 to play in the game. 21-14, Yankton leads on our Fox Stop of Yankton scoreboard. 1st and 10 for the Scoopers, who are marching it down the field. Kano fires it across the middle. Touchdown! The Scoopers bring it within 1. A touchdown caught by Robert Sperling for 18 yards. That's the 2nd thrown touchdown of the night for Jackson Kano. The extra point will tie this up at 21 apiece with 7.5 to play. This is a game you're going to want to keep it tuned in on Classic Hits 106.3 in Yankton, streaming on YouTube. Out for the extra point attempt is Isaac Smith. This is a big extra point for the tie. It's 21-20 right now. Hold is good, and the kick goes through the uprights. We are at 21 apiece, a tie ball game. The Yankton Bucks tied with the Sturgis Brown Scoopers. We'll take a break. When we return, kickoff in Yankton Bucks football. Triple Time Rudy's on the corner of 16th and Broadway, Yankton. Stop in and check out their wide variety of items. Grab some snacks, whether you want chips, popcorn, or something sweet, they have it. Ice cold beverages, or when you need that boost in the morning, coffee. You can also grab the best locally produced meats, meat sticks, and cheeses in the area. Guaranteed fresh. For those hot days, grab a Freezy too. Get all your car needs and 5 cents off a gallon when using cash. All at Triple Time Rudy's, Yankton. We have got a tie ball game. It's 21-21. Last week we saw Pierre tie it with Yankton with a little under, I believe it was, a minute to play. There wasn't much time, essentially. Yankton got a touchdown with 6 seconds left to win that one. We've got another opportunity for a game winner here for the Bucks. Tate Bestie and his squad will take back to the field again as Isaac Smith on the field here to kick it away again for Sturgis. Yankton to return. 21 points on each side of the board. As that one, a line drive up the middle. It's going to bounce and go out of bounds. That's great for Yankton as it's a penalty, and they'll start their drive from the 35-yard line. It's the 5th penalty to go against Sturgis. 12th total in the game. So 1st and 10 here for the Bucks on their own 35-yard line. 7:37 to play in this one. We'll see if Yankton, what they can pull out here, coming off a game-winning drive last week. Much more time to do it this time, 3 timeouts. Clock right now is not the issue. Scoring is the issue. Bestie out of the shotgun, rolls on the near side here, trying to follow his blocks, lets them develop, but he's smothered at the 36-yard line. He'll pick up 1, 2nd and 9. And now we have a player down yet again on the field. We've had a lot of this lately here. And another injury timeout here that we'll take. And we'll be back for 2nd down in just a moment.
Interior technicians.
Jerry, I need your help. I'm in a real pickle.
How can we help? We clean carpets, furnace and duct cleaning, mold remediation, fire restoration, water damage restoration, office cleaning, and much more.
No, Jerry, I'm in a real pickle. I'm stuck and I can't get out. Hang on, I'll send you pics. You can see what I mean.
Oh my gosh. When you need it clean, call the Intech team. Fixing pickles since 1984.
The Bonesetter Chiropractic, Yankton. I'm Dr. TJ Stotes. When you need chiropractic, we're here. We use a hands-on approach, decompression traction, electrical stimulation, acupuncture, and state-of-the-art examination techniques. We're happy to offer exercise and supplement advice as well. The Bonesetter Chiropractic, 215 Mulberry, Suite 9, Yankton. Call or text 605-401-5701. Bringing you comfort when there's discomfort.
2nd and 8 on the field here, 7:26 to play. We are all tied up at 21 apiece. Yankton with the football on their own 37-yard line. A score takes the lead. This has been a back-and-forth game all night and about one of the best games you could ask for. Bestie rolls out. This one in and out of the hands, just dropped there by Easton Feeser. Makes it 3rd and long. In his last 11 attempts right now, Tate Bestie 3 for 11, 7 yards, 1 interception. It's been uncharacteristic for this Yankton offense. 3rd and 8, a huge play on the way here. Tate Bestie wants to throw it. Hits his man, and Carter Boomsma falls forward. Looks like he's got enough for a Yankton Bucks first down. A pickup of 9. They needed 8. The Bucks got a much-needed first down here. Clock will tick as we hit the 7-minute mark. Plenty of game time left. Sedlacek will be moved from a wideout back to the running back. Out to the far side. Tegan LaCroix will just drop this one. He looked to run before it was in his hands. Falls incomplete. 2nd and 10. $6:54 to play. That one didn't take off much time. 46-yard line is where the ball spotted of the Bucks. Yankton in possession. They have not moved as quickly as we've seen them all season long. 2nd and 10, Boomsma will shift. Bestie drops back. He's got some time in a clean pocket. Now he's going to roll out. Has wide open Sedlacek, just left it too high. That would have been a first down and more had it been brought in. Incomplete. 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10 for Yankton. They've been good on third downs. They need another big one here, or to even try and get it to where you can maybe go for it on 4th. Out of the shotgun works Bestie. Into the middle of the field. This one not caught. Eidsness had an opportunity. 4th and 10. That one was debatable if it was a drop or not. If you want to call it a drop, that is 3 straight drops for the Bucks on this possession. They'll be forced to punt away. Sturgis an opportunity to take the lead late into the game. Fourth and 10 here, an obvious punt situation for the Bucks, looking to pin the Scoopers offense deep into their own territory. This Bucks defense, a huge task in front of them. As a bad snap, Liam Villanueva is able to get it away somehow, miraculously. A good punt gets across and to the 24-yard line of the Scoopers. Liam Villanueva, if they win the ball game, he might deserve the game ball after that play. Just a game where this Yankton offense feels off kilter. 21 points, not their normal. Some missed throws, dropped catches, bobbled handoffs. It's just really been an odd night for Yankton. Sturgis' offense now on the field. They'll start from their own 23. 1st and 10, 6:33 to play in this one. Kano working from the shotgun. Hazelhorst jumping up and down, trying to point something out. Kano's going to try and take off. Makes the first defender miss. Falls forward to the 27-yard line. A pickup of about 4 or 5 for Kano. 2nd and 6 on the way. And now for Sturgis, we've seen them chew some clock. Don't be surprised if they do on this drive and try to just somehow pull out a game-winning drive here. They've ran the ball well. They've got 26 rushing attempts in the game. Flag will fly before the snap, though. And it looks like it's probably on Sturgis, a false start. We are halfway through the 4th quarter of play, still tied up at 21 apiece. It does go against Sturgis, their 6th penalty, and a big one here as it knocks them back to 2nd and 11. Couldn't really hear the official on the call. I'm guessing a false start, though. It looked like that was the sign he was making. Second and 11. Clock will start ticking again. A play action here for Kano. That one nearly picked off at the line of scrimmage as it bounces off Chase Platt's hands. Now that one, it more so hit his bicep rather than his hands. It would have been a heck of an interception, but forces 3rd and long after the incompletion, and the Bucks defense in a good position here. Third and 11, the Scoopers offense wanting to make sure to get the right play call. Thing is, though, when you have an offense that moves a little bit slower, it allows that defense to just get a breather, and that's what the Bucks are getting right now on a huge 3rd and 11 play. Sturgis with the ball on their own 22-yard line. We're tied up at 21 apiece. A quick pass to the outside. It's caught. Immediate pressure brought down. Carter Boomsma, big play. Boomsma makes sure that one goes nowhere. It'll lose a yard. 4th and 12. And the ball will be heading right back over to the Bucks offense. The Bucks defense comes up with yet again another stop. Now the punt here will drop in Sturgis territory, but it'll bounce and go into the 40-yard line of Yankton. Yankton will start a 60-yard field to go. 5 minutes, 12 seconds to play in this ball game. We're tied up. First and 10 here for the Bucks. They've got the ball on their own 40-yard line. 5:12 to play. They look to score and take the lead. Not too much of this game left. Tate Bessie working from the shotgun. Drops back to pass it. Gets a block from Sedlacek. Finds his receiver again. Another drop. Tegan LaCroix in and out of his hands it goes. That would have been a huge pickup, maybe for 20 yards. I have not seen the Yankton offense this much in disarray since the season started. Too many dropped passes and miscommunications between the receivers and the quarterback. Second and 10 here. Bestie again looking to throw it. Steps up into the pocket, into the middle. Owen Eidsness, his man, has it. Spins and is caught. Up to the 46-yard line. A flag will fly. As of right now, a 14-yard pickup. We await to see what the penalty is. It was a late flag. We'll see who it's on. And a face mask that'll go against Sturgis. It's an extra 15 yards here for this Bucks offense as they are moving the ball well. Now the 7th penalty against Sturgis. They only had 2 in the first half, now 7 total. The Bucks had 6 in the first half, only 1 in the second. Under 5 minutes to play. Bucks with the football on Sturgis' 31-yard line. We are tied up. Another game-winning opportunity for this Bucks offense. Edley Amaro is the H-back. Move from side to side. Now a handoff up the middle. Jason Sedlacek. Jason Sedlacek gets through the line up to the 25-yard line. Still on his feet. Picks up a good amount of yards on the first carry. 7 or 8 yards on that one. Second and short on the way. They'll give him 6 on it. 2nd and 4. And now Yankton will let some of that clock run. You want to score, but you don't want to leave much time on the clock for Sturgis, who still has 2 timeouts. 2nd and 4 here. Another handoff up the middle. They go with Bryce Krall. Krall pushes forward. A Yankton Bucks first down as they just keep going. A pickup of roughly 7 yards. Carson Krall, 2 carries, 15 yards. He hasn't had his name called often, but when he does, he sure makes use of it. Under 4 minutes to play now. Bucks with the ball on Sturgis' 18-yard line. 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Sedlacek back is the premier back for Yankton. Tate Bessie drops back to pass it. He'll fire it, caught by Sedlacek. Sedlacek tries to move forward, but a couple of Scoopers defenders in his way to make things difficult. Picks up maybe a yard. Jay Sedlacek will get the 1-yard pickup, 2nd and 9. But this Bucks offense is doing a great job of running down the clock. 3:20 to play in the game. 2nd and 9 on the Sturgis 17. The snap, the handoff, up the middle, Jay Sedlacek, lots of green, across the 10, into the 5, flag flies, but a great pickup for Yankton as of right now. From the 17-yard line, Sedlacek brought it all the way up near the 1-yard line. But this one is moving back. A 10-yard penalty against the Bucks. That will wipe clean a 16-yard pickup from Jay Sedlacek in this Bucks offense. Second and what looks like 16-17. We'll say 2nd and 17. The clock will continue. Tate Bestie from the shotgun. The Bucks need some yards here. They'll hand it off. Carson Krall up the middle. He'll pick up only a couple. 3rd and long coming up. A pickup of 3, 3rd and 14. 2:40 to play in this one. The crowd is loud for Sturgis. Bucks looking for a big play here. Tate Bestie drops back, surveys the field, in and out of the hands of Hazelhorst. Dropped, incomplete. Hazelhorst probably wasn't getting the first down, but it certainly would have made a closer field goal attempt. Right now, it's about a 39, 40-yard attempt. 39 with where the ball is spotted. 40 passing attempts already in the game for Tate Bestie. Kevin Ortiz onto the field for the field goal attempt. A 39-yarder for the lead with 2.5 minutes to play here. Ball is snapped. Kick is short. It's short by a yard or two. Sturgis takes over on their own 22-yard line. So Sturgis now an opportunity for a game winner. 1st and 10, ball at their own. They'll say they moved it back 2 yards. Yankton will probably be okay with that. Now back to the 20-yard line. A missed field goal from Kevin Ortiz. A 39-yard attempt fell maybe a yard or two short. Was on as far as up the middle. Sturgis now on the field. They'll hand it off. A keeper, never mind, up to Kano. Kano dives forward to the 35-yard line, a 15-yard pickup. Sturgis gets a huge first down, moves the chains. 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line, but this Bucs defense needing one final stop to give their offense an opportunity to win this ball game. 2 minutes left in this one. Sturgis in no hurry as they've got 2 timeouts. Out of the shotgun they work. This time again, a quarterback keep on the option. Kano brings it across midfield. Another first down and a big pickup for Sturgis here. He's got about 18 yards. He went out, so the clock is stopped. A 19-yard pickup with his feet for Jackson Kano. Jackson Kano right now is doing it all for his team. Whistles will blow and a false start on Sturgis. A 5-yard penalty will back him up. 1st and 15, and Yankton's happy with that one. Excuse me, it was an illegal formation, not a false start. Either way, a 5-yard penalty, 1st and 15. Yankton's got all 3 timeouts, Sturgis with 2. 109 seconds to play in this one. Sturgis still well out of field goal range. We saw them miss a 30-yarder. That was well short earlier in the game. Another key note, Yankton did fail on a 2-point attempt. That extra point right now would have them up 1 point had they got the extra point. The officials, again, just not sure what there's to be discussed here on the field, really. It's slowing this game down so greatly. And that can really get your offense out of a rhythm. If I'm Sturgis, I'm thinking, hey, let us get out there. Let us run this next snap. I mean, you get an illegal formation right away. You move it back 5. Yeah, they're playing the Jeopardy music here on the field. This. Either way, you know what? It's a tough job. I certainly wouldn't want to be in the position. Minute 49 yet to play here. Still neither team lined up to play. It's going to be a sideline warning again on Yankton, and it's going to move the ball 5 yards. That's 2 sideline warnings. I mean, obviously I can't hear what's being said. I'm not sure I want to know, but didn't look like there was too much of a discussion to be had. 1st and 10 it makes it again. The handoff here now up the middle. Peter Pye brought down at the 44-yard line. Gets maybe a yard and a half. Second and long on the way. Second and 9 after Peter Pye gets one on his 12th carry. Second and 9 from the Yankton 45. Sturgis in absolutely no hurry. Kano looks to run it himself, trying to set the edge. Now stops back behind the line of scrimmage. Just fires it up deep. Has Brody. Brody catches it in the Yankton 5. A huge play. Sturgis an opportunity to win this one. That one up to the 2-yard line, a 43-yard completion. Jackson Kano to Brody Royer. We've got a minute to play. Timeout called by Yankton. Now here's the thing. Sturgis could just run the ball 3 times and purposely not get the touchdown and leave under 20 seconds to play for Yankton with no timeouts if they trust their kicker to get a field goal. Now, do you just try to push it in for the touchdown and get those points? We'll see. A minute and 2 to play. Yankton called the timeout. It's a Lindsay Echo Water Systems of Yankton water break. 62 seconds to play here in the game. The Bucks defense needs something big. I'd be shocked if we see another pass attempt out of Sturgis in this ball game. You just can't risk it. You're on the 2-yard line, 1st and goal. This would be a big upset in Double-A. Yankton trying to hang on. It's tied up 21 apiece. A heavy offensive line set here for the Scoopers. Kano takes the snap, keeps it himself, met in the backfield, loses a couple. Yankton will call their second timeout. They've got one left, but Jackson Kano is going to lose a yard or 2. 57 seconds to play. We'll take a break. We'll be back in a moment for 2nd and goal. This is Yankton Bucks football presented by First Dakota National Bank of Yankton.
Starting the first bank in South Dakota was the easy part, earning the confidence of local farmers, helping families account for their dreams, and securing the future for countless businesses took us a little longer. We owe it to the hard workers, big dreamers, and forward thinkers out there. Thank you for making South Dakota a great place to call home.
Second and goal for Sturgis here from the Yankton 3. 57 seconds to play. We're tied up, but Sturgis threatening to score right now. Again, do you play the time game or do you just try and run it in for a touchdown? Taking the direct snap is Irian. Irian drives it forward. He's in for a touchdown. Zoel Irian, the 3-yard touchdown. Punches it in. Scoopers lead 27-21 with under a minute to play here at Woodle Field. The extra point attempt here for Isaac Smith. Snap is no good. Ball's on the ground. They'll just have to drop on it. This gives an opening for Yankton. 53 seconds, and if they score a touchdown, an extra point would give them the lead. But Yankton, 53 seconds to get the job done. One timeout. Can we see another miracle drive out of this Bucks offense? We'll take our final break before the rest of the game here on Classic Hits 106.3 and Yankton, streaming on YouTube.
Authentic Mexican food goods with the family touch is here in Yankton at Angela's Mexican Store. From fresh produce and meats to the spices and the snacks you miss from home. Traveling or just moved? No problem. They accept money from many different countries. Check out the different kinds of money on the wall. Family owned, family loved. They treat you like family. Angela's Mexican Store, where culture meets community. Stop in today.
Back to the field, we have got an exciting one. 27-21, Scoopers currently lead the Yankton Bucks. You're going to want to tune in on Classic Hits 106.3 and Yankton, streaming on YouTube. If you know anyone who's just dying to know how this game ends, well, send them our way. 53 seconds to play. Bucks need a touchdown, and an extra point would win the ball game. We'll see if they're up to the challenge. 53 seconds. They move quickly on offense. That's nothing new. We'll see if they can do it again. This Sturgis crowd is hyped up, as this would be a monstrous win for the Scoopers should they hold on. Under a minute to play, Yankton needs a touchdown big time. Isaac Smith boots it away. This one will drop at the 20-yard line. Yankton picks it up at their own 12, and running out of bounds is Owen Eidsness at the 20. That took off about 2.5 seconds off the clock, so Yankton feeling like it wasn't too bad there. 80 yards for the Bucks to move the football. They've got 50 seconds to do so. This is when we see a lot of Owen Eidsness. First and 10 from their own 20-yard line. The Bucks need it big time, and a loud crowd here at Sturgis is going to make things complicated. Bestie working from the shotgun. Fires it on the far side. This one caught, and up about the 29-yard line is Tegan LaCroix, a 9-yard pickup. That's going to take off a lot of time, though. 2nd and 1. Second and inches for the Bucks. Now 30 seconds. You cannot pick up 9 yards and give up 15 seconds on the play. A quick out route goes out of bounds. Cale Hazelhorst the catch. Up to the 36th-yard line. A pickup of 7. First and 10 from the Bucks on their own 36-yard line. 25 seconds left to play. They've got one timeout. That's realistically one big play in the middle, and use that timeout. Firing it deep is Tate Bestie. Too much on it. Falls incomplete. 19 seconds. 2nd and 10. Yankton needs 64 yards here. Sturgis is playing deep with their safeties, and you can't give up the one big play. But that's exactly what Yankton needs now. Now a timeout called by head coach Chris Koletsky. And now this might be our final timeout. We'll take the break, and we'll be back with 19 seconds left to play. The Bucks need a touchdown. Can they get it done on Classic Hits 106.3 and Yankton, streaming on YouTube?
Hi, it's Linda at Linda's Angel Crossing in Yankton. Ladies, come into the store for all your new fall clothing needs. There's Tribal, there's Lulu Bee, Ethel, and Southern Lady. The nursery has everything you need for gift giving, baptism, copper pearl bibs, magnetic sleepers, swaddlers, toddlers, clothing, and boys and girls Under Armour to size 7. Don't forget toys and little golden books. Linda's Angel Crossing in Yankton.
Second down, 10 yards needed here for the Bucks. They're at the 36, though. They need a lot more. 64 yards is what they need to try and tie this game up and possibly take the lead. In the backfield is Sedlacek. You can pretty much count on him not getting the ball in this situation. Tate Bestie takes the snap. A clean pocket. Across the middle. That one caught at midfield as Cale Hazelhorst brought down at the Bucks' 49-yard line, and a timeout called by Coach Muth. A pickup of 13 from Tate Bestie to Cale Hazelhorst. Now for Yankton, that is their final timeout of the game, and that is huge. They're right at the 50-yard line. They need to go 50 yards in 12 seconds. Not an easy task, but the Bucks have an offense that's capable. In Sturgis, they are getting excited as they are creeping closer and closer to a victory over the Bucks. Really, it needs to go out of bounds, or it needs to be a touchdown here. Out of the shotgun is Tate Bestie. Tate Bestie fires it across, a pickup of maybe 8. Owen Eisnes can't get out of bounds. They will say he got out, and Yankton maybe got a little lucky on that call there. An 8-yard pickup for the Bucks. That is Owen Eisnes' 10th catch of the night. This is your final play of the game. 2nd and 2 from the 42. Yankton needs all 42 on this play. Expect some laterals on this one. 27-21, Sturgis leads this one. 3 seconds to play. Bestie and his team need a miracle. Dropping back is Bestie. He'll fire it. Owen Eisnes catches it. Across the middle. He'll pitch it back. Yankton is going to just keep pitching it back. Ball on the ground. And Sturgis gets on it. No, Yankton has it. They'll flip it back again. It's still on the ground. And now Sturgis has it. That is ball game. The Yankton Bucks have lost to the Sturgis Brown Scoopers. It was a 10-yard pickup there by Owen Eisnes, but nowhere near enough. The Bucks fall to 4-2 on the season. Sturgis Brown also now 4-2 on the season. This can greatly impact the standings in AA, as well as what the polls say. Again, your final score, 27-21. Your Yankton Bucks fall to the Sturgis Scoopers after a game that went 2 hours and 45 minutes here. We'll take a break and then enter our First Dakota National Bank postgame show. Coming up, also our Kaiser Heating and Cooling hot hand / hitter of the game. And what's up next for the Bucks? It's all here on Classic. It's 106.3 in Yankton, streaming on YouTube. Les Schwab Tires, located at 2809 Broadway in Yankton. It's the place to buy tires with all different tread types to fit your needs and rims ready to make your vehicle shine. Not only do they sell tires, they fix them too. Flats, brakes, alignments, and more. You can feel confident that your car will be taken care of. No waiting for your tires, they should have them in stock. If you're looking for tractor or semi-tires, those are available too. Les Schwab Tires, where the sign says it all.
MT and RC Smith Insurance has been a part of the Yankton community since 1949. Our agency would love to help you with your home, auto, business, life, and long-term care insurance needs.
We take pride in providing you with quality service when you have a claim or need to make changes to your coverage.
The MT and RC Smith Insurance Agency is flexible to meet with you in person or at the office at 204 West 4th Street. Give them a call for insurance changes, payments, claims, or service requests.
FloorTech Cleaning and Restoration in Yankton, Mitchell, and Norfolk and surrounding areas is the call you need to make when you need your carpets, ductwork, or a trauma cleanup. With 24-hour emergency services for fire and water, mold mitigation, and reconstruction services for residential and commercial properties. Locally owned and operated at 220 East 3rd Street in Yankton.
When your home or floor is wet, call FloorTech.
Pied Piper Flowers and Gifts on the corner of 15th and Broadway in Yankton. Your full-service flower and gift store. Beautiful fresh flower arrangements to artificial arrangements. Gifts, sympathy, foodie items to snarky gifts. Stop by and let the gals at Pied Piper give you the personal service you deserve. brighten your day and head to Pied Piper Flowers and Gifts, where you'll find something new every time you go. Pied Piper Flowers and Gifts Yankton, they deliver.
Craving something boss-level delicious? Come out to Boss Pizza and Chicken, where flavor meets delicious and delicious meets drooling. Your taste buds won't be the same when you taste the bold flavors of Boss Pizza and Chicken. From crispy chicken to juicy burgers to handcrafted specialty pizzas, Boss has it all. Serving lunch and dinner Monday through Sunday starting at 11 o'clock. That's why they're the boss. Boss Pizza and Chicken, just waiting to crush your cravings.
Warmer days are coming, and sooner or later your air conditioning will need to kick in as well. But what if it doesn't? Well, don't wait. Call Larry's Heating and Cooling. With 43 years in the business, we're very knowledgeable on what we do and how we serve our customers. You can rest assured that when you call day or night, someone will always pick up the call. Join our elite club today and become a priority member. Skip the line, get discounts on services, and have no overtime fees. Call Larry's Heating and Cooling for expert service from factory-trained technicians.
Slumberland Furniture at 2401 Broadway in Yankton, home of Kirkland Furniture Groups, bedroom groups by Laguna, and dining sets by Tower and Catadel. They're also the only place to offer furniture by Flex Steel and the biggest selection of Lazy Boy in the area. The Mattress Gallery is full of the best brand name mattresses in the business, including the all-new Tempur-Pedic Active Breeze personalized climate-controlled mattress. Slumberland Furniture, dining, bedroom sets, and mattresses in Yankton.
Doctors Lane, Reed, and Cole Swatsky make up the SWAT Chiropractic team. Check out their new location at 2000 Summit Street, Yankton, South Dakota. At SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab, they'll treat your neck and back pain, headaches and migraines, plantar fasciitis, sciatica, sports injuries, elbow, knee, rotator cuff, nerve injuries, and more. SWAT Chiropractic, specialized wellness and therapy. Let them get you ready for wherever life leads you. And here on our First Dakota National Bank of Yankton postgame show, First Dakota National Bank has proudly supported the dreams and banking needs of their customers for over 150 years. They offer personal, business, and ag banking solutions for every stage of your journey with 2 locations, downtown and North Broadway, Yankton. A stunner here in Sturgis as the Scoopers defeat the Bucks 27-21, your final score at Woodall Field. And what a game it was, back and forth. Time for your final stats, and after that, your hot hand/hitter of the game, brought to you by Kaiser Heating and Cooling of Yankton. Jay Sedlacek in this one had plenty of carries. 27 rushing attempts for 109 yards, 1 touchdown, averaged just over 4 yards per carry. Tate Bestie, 3 attempts, 6 yards. Talon Kenny with 1 carry, 2 yards. And Carson Krall, 3 rushing attempts for 18 yards. Tate Bestie threw the ball an awful lot here tonight. 22 for 46, 278 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. Owen Eidsness in this one, 11 catches, 189 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 fumble lost. Cale Hazelhorst in this one, 4 catches, 49 yards. Abe O'Brien, 1 catch, 9 yards. Jason Lachek, 3 catches for 7 yards. Carter Boomsma, 2 catches, 15 yards. And Tegan LaCroix, 1 catch for 9 yards. The Bucks had 9 penalties. They were for 62 yards. It's an improvement there, but of course, they would much prefer a victory here. Time for your Kaiser Heating and Cooling of Yankton. Hot hand/hitter of the game. Yankton's original and most trusted heating and cooling professionals for over 76 years. Kaiser Heating and Cooling, 808 West 23rd Street of Yankton. Tonight's hot hands of the game would be Jason Lachek. Really tough running from him tonight. Again, 27 attempts, 109 yards, 1 touchdown, over 4 yards a carry, and a few catches that added up for 7 yards. For the Bucks, of course, it's not what they wanted here tonight, but the season far from over, as they will be one of the favorites to possibly make it out of AA and into the Dome. They've got 3 regular season games left. Next week at home against Brookings, the following week at home against T-Area, and then they wrap up their season that following Thursday on the 23rd of October at Mitchell. All games are at 7. All games will be on Classic Hits 106.3 and Yankton streaming on YouTube. Does not seem like we are going to get a coach in here to talk with us to wrap things up. That is all right. They've got a long drive back tomorrow. So tune in on Breakfast with the Coaches tomorrow morning. Michael Schumacher will be covering in my place on ESPN Radio, 1570 AM, 101.5 FM, as that starts at 8 o'clock until 10 with both the Yankton and Vermilion coaches. The Bucks really, it was just a little bit of a sloppy game on offense led to the loss here. Couple interceptions, some miscommunication between the quarterback and the receivers, and just some dropped passes that we have not seen at all from the team this year. But on to the next. You've just got to make do with what you got. 4-2 the record for the Bucks here as they'll next take on Brookings next Friday. I look forward to it. I'm Zach Spear for the final time of the night. This has been Bucks Football brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
This has been a presentation of Yankton Bucks football on Classic Hits 106.3 and Yankton streaming on YouTube. Brought to you by our corporate sponsor, First Dakota National Bank of Yankton, and the following Sportscaster Club members: Midwest Insurance Agency, Murph's Appliance, Yankton Thrive, Stockman's Motorsports, Les Schwab Tires, MT and RC Smith Insurance Agency, Linda's Angel Crossing, Hy-Vee, Boss's Pizza and Chicken, Bechet, Elwood Dental, Raven Books, Floor Tech Cleaning and Restoration, Angela's Mexican Store, Yankton Rexall, KFC Taco Bell, SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab, Dragonfly, Slumberland, Larry's Heating and Cooling, America's Best Realty, Larson Carpet, Elkhorn Valley Bank and Trust, King Buffet and Mongolian Grill, Kaiser Heating and Cooling, Yankton Medical Clinic, All Seasons Power Sports, Winston Ray Funeral Home and Cremation Service, JR's Oasis, Intech Cleaning and Restoration, The Bone Setter, Kalen's Indoor Comfort, Triple Time Rudy's, Farmers Union Insurance, Meridian Photo, Graham Tire, Pied Piper Flowers and Gifts Yankton, and H&H Roofing. For everything Yankton Bucks football, tune in to Classic Hits 106.3 and Yankton Streaming.